last weekend. And, you know, honestly, I was very thankful for soccer. Any sports that have a ball that goes out of the field, you get to see it as an avid sports fan.
Good team.
This year it's kind of
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I ask for everyone to stand. At this time I ask for everyone to stand and honor the life and legacy of Steve Lipscomb, a West Virginia minor, U.S. Marine, Purple Heart recipient, and a 2001 Herbert Hoover graduate. Now let us observe a moment of silence for the late Steve Lipscomb. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise to the plate of our national anthem.
HD Media Game Day production of Herbert Hoover Football is brought to you in part by Elkview Insurance, committed to providing expert advice and great prices. Generations Ford, one destination for every generation. And by Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, serving Central and Southern West Virginia for more than 60 years.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Are things in your home not working the way they should? Air conditioner no longer cooling? No hot water? How about that annoying dripping faucet that just won't stop dripping? Remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has been serving the area for more than 60 years. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has the most professional technicians standing by to address all of your needs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Call us today and schedule your in-home service or schedule online at mullenplumbing.com.
Welcome everybody to Husky Stadium for the first round of the WVSSAC AAA playoffs. I'm Brant Wilson, joined by my color commentary Bob Goebel. The Herbert Hoover Huskies take on the Winfield Generals on a very surprisingly warm November afternoon. The last time we saw these two teams face off was on September 5th this season, and Hoover laid a shellacking on the Generals. It was a 35-0 win, including 3 forced turnovers, where Winfield quarterback Jared Miller ended up with 2 interceptions and 1 fumble just for the team for Winfield. For Herbert Hoover on the season, they finished this year 8-2 and the first in the Cardinal Conference with a 4-0 record, as Peyton Grigsby, the sophomore quarterback, led the way. Their only losses were to 2 very dominant AA teams in an 11-0 Frankfort and a 9-1 Independence. They have a very strong passing game, as showcased against my alma mater, Point Pleasant, as it was an ugly one to watch, and I wasn't even there. Has only scored under 25 points on 1 occasion this season, and when they did do that, it was a 15-14 win over Nitro. Hoover is averaging 42.2 points per game on the offensive side of the ball. And we go to Bob's alma mater, Winfield. They finished 7-3 this year with a 3-2 record in the Cardinal Conference, with Jared Miller running things at quarterback. They lost to Hoover, Princeton, and Nitro, all by more than 2 scores, as that 35-0 one stuck out like a sore thumb against Herbert Hoover. Miller finished the year with 15 touchdowns and 8 interceptions and 1,200 yards through the air, including 10 rushing touchdowns, with ties running back Gannon Boggs, who was just 77 yards away from 1,000 yards on the season, with 10 total TDs for him as well. So, as a Winfield guy, as much as you might want to hide it today, how do you think these two teams stack up against each other?
Well, thanks a lot for – now everybody's going to think I'm going to have a slanted view all afternoon here. No, but I think history shows, too, it's awful difficult to beat a team 2 times, in one stretch of a season. Not saying that Hoover isn't capable; they certainly are. But I think Winfield will be ready for them, and it also gives you a chance to explore their weaknesses and strengths more before you play them. And I expect of course, they're going to play up the revenge factor and all that stuff for the Generals to get them pumped up. So I think it ought to be a very competitive, close game.
I think it's going to be a lot different than that 35-0 loss that we saw in September.
Yeah, I think so. And, the biggest thing that you'll see, well, you see it all the time, but particularly when the playoffs come around, is how well can you adjust to adversity? When there's a turnover, a ball's fumbled or something happens, or there's a quick score or whatever, how well can you regroup and do something about it? And that makes the difference, especially when you get into the playoffs.
As you are talking about the playoffs, it is the first week. We have 3 more games going on today for AAA and 4 that just completed. To look ahead at the playoff picture today at 1 p.m., there's 2 separate games. Number 16 Pikeview travels up to number 1 Bridgeport at 1 p.m., and that Bridgeport team is very good, looking to repeat. As some would say, they're a little too good for AAA. They've been dominant the last 2 years.
Well, that anytime you hear Bridgeport, that's the first thing you think of is football. And long-standing tradition. pound the ground that ball and roll it and play great defense. And they year in, year out, they play really good football.
And the 15-2 matchup also going on at 1 p.m. today. Number 15 Hampshire plays number 2 Princeton. The winner of that game between Princeton and Hampshire will play the winner of this game between Hoover and Winfield. Winfield did get a taste of Princeton. That's one of their 3 losses, and it wasn't pretty either. Princeton's a very complete team.
Yeah, the Tigers, I think, have a chance to win it all. They're multi-talented as well, good quarterback, good receiving core, and what matters more than anything, of course, good linemen up front. Get the job done.
And going on at 4 p.m. today, some would say the primetime slot, number 11 Elkins travels up to Spring Valley at 4 p.m. to take each other on. That's number 6 for Spring Valley. So from yesterday in AAA football, we saw 2 upsets. Number 9 Chapmanville defeated number 8 Greenbrier East 46-37. Number 4 North Marion defeated number 13 Kaiser 42-31. Number 5 Nitro defeated Capital 28-7. And the biggest shock of all, number 14 Robert C. Byrd up in Clarksburg defeated number 3 Fairmont Senior 36-28. Robert C. Byrd came into the playoffs 5-5 with already having a loss to Fairmont Senior 9-35 on September 5th, and that just goes back to show the beat a team 2 times.
Exactly, you're right, and you know when you get to postseason, anything can happen too. You know, and you know it's an old cliche, but whoever plays well and has the fewest mistakes or penalties, generally when teams are even, are going to win the game.
As both teams' captains are looking to head out as Winfield starts to march on to the field. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, the keys to the game and a player to watch for this first round playoff game. You're watching HD Media Game Day. Don't go anywhere.
You tell yourself it's fine, that it'll pass, but injuries take you out of the game. Injuries are inconvenient, but so is missing the things you love. Real strength isn't pushing through, it's choosing to heal. At Generations Physical Therapy, we help you recover with purpose, so you're not just back, you're better. Call today for a free consultation. Your comeback starts now.
Are things in your home not working the way they should? Air conditioner no longer cooling? No hot water? How about that annoying dripping faucet that just won't stop dripping? Remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has been serving the area for more than 60 years. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has the most professional technicians standing by to address all of your needs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Call us today and schedule your in-home service or schedule online at mullenplumbing.com.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
There's nothing quite like a homemade meal from Tudor's Biscuit World. We use real buttermilk to craft our delicious biscuits, one batch at a time, and serve them with our signature platters. Here, you will taste the freshness in every bite. From our classic breakfast sandwiches to favorites like our breakfast wraps, every meal brings a taste of simpler times. Whether it's tailgating or an office event, let Tudor's do the cooking. Visit tudorscatering.com for all your catering needs.
And Boggs.
And we're back here for Herbert Hoover versus Winfield, as we'll get to our players of the game as the captains take the field. And before we say that, give a nice name shout out to number 51, one of the senior captains out there, Mighty Lopez. We were talking about him before we went live.
Greatest name in football.
But Winfield, what do they have to do to come away with this upset win over Hoover?
Well, they just they can't beat themselves. You know, the last time they played, Winfield had some turnovers and some bad things happen. And they're just going to have to eliminate the penalties and try to play a good game without having a lot of turnovers and penalties, basically.
And we'll go to the Hoover side of the ball, trying to make things go as expected. What do they have to do for that?
They have to have a mindset to know that just because they won last time doesn't mean they're going to win today. And sometimes that's really hard to do with a team. You know, well, we already beat them. We're not worried about them. And you really have to work on their attitude during the week and everything. So hopefully they know what they have to do once again to win the game.
And out of all the players on that Winfield General sideline, who's the one you think you got to keep an eye out for the most?
Well, of course, their quarterback, Jared Miller, really talented young man. And Gannon Boggs gets a lot done, and the slot player Braxton Atkins is really good too.
And then for Herbert Hoover to keep their home field advantage intact, what player do you think is going to contribute the most to that?
Mighty Lopez. And I'm not just saying that because he has a cool name. This young man's a player. He does a great job on offense. But the one thing I will say, the biggest thing for both teams, their lines have to play well. We know that's where it all comes from. Of course, I say that because I are one. But, you know how that goes. Whoever gets it done up front is going to win the football game.
It's going to be number 0 to send things deep for Herbert Hoover. It'll be Aiden Hernandez, the 6'2", 180 senior. And Mighty Lopez, he is the starting center. He touches the ball every single play. He's going to be very important in this Hoover front five. As Hoover's already getting loud. This is one of the best environments I've seen for a high school football game in a long time. And Hernandez, low squib, is going to blow out of bounds. Maybe they'll win the blame. And things are already getting chippy between number 9. That's Ty Mullins for Herbert Hoover, letting everybody on that Winfield sideline know they're here to play.
Yeah, old Ty's a little spark plug. He's not going to take anything off anybody, and he likes to get up there and stick his nose in there and play football. He's tough. I enjoy watching Ty play.
The Winfield to start from their own 35 after the illegal procedure kick out of bounds as Miller looks to get things going for this Winfield Generals offense. It's going to be a 3-receiver set. Drew Mann, the tight end in the set. Empty backfield. In fact, they'll actually have 2 lined up there at end. Gannon Boggs, the halfback, near the backfield with him. The keeper for Miller, and he's going nowhere. Immediately brought down by just about every Hoover player on the front 7.
And who was on the bottom of the pile? Number 51.
This would be a good day if Mighty Lopez keeps rolling, making an immediate impact. So 2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard gain. William Shears, the sophomore linebacker, also in there on the tackle. Winfield in a heavier set. They'll give the short give to Boggs, who rolls forward after contact, and will make it a 3rd down and short. Make it about a 3rd and 2.
Nice footwork spinning off of that attempted tackle there. Pick up more yardage.
Now, this is my first time seeing Hoover in person. I did get to see Winfield take on South Charleston the week after they lost to Hoover, and they bounced back quick. It was a 42-6 win for the Generals, where their offense showed no signs of stopping. So they can get it going. Got to find the right way to do it. Be another keeper for Miller. Miller breaks through one. He's at the 50. Got a lot of green grass in front of him. 40. One man to beat. Down to the 25, and finally shoved out of bounds by number 2, Noshawn Hampton.
And nice block there by number 77 for the Generals, Tristan Thipin. Jacob Warner, all 6'4" and 362 pounds of him.
As a freshman, as it says on your roster sheet, that is almost unbelievable.
Jiminy Christmas, he's going to eat more groceries than I did growing up.
Yeah, 1st and 10 on the 23 after a long run by Miller, well over 30 yards. I formation, play action look. Miller lets one go, wide open, touchdown, Winfield. It's Drew Mann who finds the back of the end zone on a well-designed play-action pass.
Generals getting up there and putting everyone on the line of scrimmage except the quarterback rolling out. Had a couple good options, but that young man was wide open as 7-11 on Christmas Day.
And if you see there, I believe that's Gannon Boggs, tripped up that Herbert Hoover safety on accident. No incidental contact, no penalty. But it just freed up Drew Mann to be wide open. It's the extra point for Winfield is good. So it'll be 7-0 heading into our first break. We'll be right back. It'll be Herbert Hoover ball for the first time. You're watching HD Media Game Day. Don't go anywhere.
West Virginia is home. It's where we work, live, and raise our families. At the heart of our communities are West Virginia hospitals and their compassionate caregivers. From life-saving treatments and emergency care to wellness support and screening services, we are improving your quality of life through extraordinary achievements and amazing results. West Virginia Hospitals. Your health is the heartbeat of our communities.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer for adventure in uncharted territory, for the moments that move your soul, for living life to the fullest. We offer Land Rover, Jaguar, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz and Audi brands. With free pickup and delivery, Astorg Auto prides itself on having the highest level of service, and our skilled service technicians and customer service agents are the best in the business. Astorg Auto of Charleston, a tradition of automotive excellence.
And we're back immediately for kickoff. Alexander will send this one well over the Herbert Hoover logo in the end zone.
Kick.
And one thing me and Bob do like are some good kickers in some high school football.
Yes, sir.
We got the privilege of watching Hurricane play St. Albans about 5 weeks ago, and Hurricane's kicker just put on a show.
Yes, he did. People don't realize, that's a third of your game. And a lot of coaches don't spend time working on their kicking game, and it comes back to bite them,
Be twins to each side, halfback to the left of sophomore quarterback Peyton Grigsby. So he looks to get Hoover on the board. In response, they start on their own 20 with 10:41 remaining in the first quarter. Just 1 minute and 19 seconds on the first drive for the Winfield Generals. Grigsby lets one go on this 5-yard out, caught and brought down after a gain of 9 to number 3. That's Sam Key with the first down. Close to the first down, Tyler Lottery with the tackle. So they'll say he moved the 6 first down. Now trips to the bottom of your screen. Going to have number 6, Lance Williams Jr. in the slot for the Huskies. Winfield, 2 high look, or 1 high, as they'll send a nice little bubble screen.
Generals playing off the ball, they were playing their backs off the ball a little bit there. It took them a little bit longer to get back up there and attack that scenario. They had 2 defenders lined up pretty close to the line of scrimmage, but one of them was backed off a little bit there.
Nice 6-yard completion to Lance Williams Jr. to make it a 2nd down and 4, as now they go trips the other side.
Generals are giving the wideouts plenty of cushion.
Like they're playing cover 0 here, one-on-one. They give it underneath number 1. He's got some room to work. He gets to the Herbert Hoover logo, stiff arms one, and gets about 15 yards after contact for Blake Fisher.
Blake Fisher, and let me tell you what, that young man had a hole to run through up front there.
Blake Fisher was talked about a lot in this press box before this game started. A lot of great things to say about him from old Coach Goebel.
He's so quick coming off the football.
Twins stacked to each side.
Got great vision.
As I've noticed here, Hoover really playing the tempo game. They're on the ball immediately. Winfield kind of just like a deer in headlights trying to figure out what to do against this very dominant offense that put up 42 points per game this year. Grigsby, underneath give. This time it's going nowhere for Fisher. It'll be a loss.
Nice job up front by the Generals.
And the Generals don't win the size on the front 7 today. That doesn't discredit how big they are. They got some dogs up front, including Roy Grant, number 68, a senior, 6 foot, 263 pounds. Number 70, Aiden Oliver, 6 foot, 220. So not to the size of Hoover in some aspects, but not small at all in the slightest. 2nd and 11. Grigsby lets one over the middle. It's tipped up in the air and almost found the way to a General's hands. That one swatted away initially by number 7, Carson Samples.
Generals are doing a really good job right now.
The 20-yard rush immediately nullified to a 3rd and long after 2 dead plays from the Huskies. As now they go bunch trips to the right. Winfield very congested on defense. Going to go to an out route here. Williams looking for the first, cuts back, falls forward, and he's close. But they'll mark him 2 yards short. Hoover has a 4th down in Winfield territory at the 31.
Tyler Lafferty, number 3 on there. Good job coming up.
There'll be a 4th and 3 now, it looks to be. It looks like they're marked on the 32, but they'll say the 31.
Joey Fields has no problem going for it on this. He knows what kind of offensive line he has, and they can really get the push up front.
You already saw one big gain out of Fisher in that big front five with Mighty Lopez at the center. It'll be a Wildcat snap to Fisher. Fisher's fighting forward, and they're going to push the pile. That's got to be a first for Hoover. And there's a flag very late from the back ref.
And that's what you call, my man, a scrum, where the word scrimmage came from.
A lot of history here with Coach Bob Goble.
That's right. As one of my students would say, you done got learned today.
Going to be a late flag as we wait for the white cap. And it's going to be, it's like maybe waved off or against Winfield. There'll be a face mask on the Generals. And there's the shooting yourself in the foot you don't want to see. You can let up a 4th down conversion. You can't give them 15 extra on top of it.
Like I was talking about earlier today before the game starts, these are the things that make the difference, turnovers and penalties. And they can add up quickly if you don't pay attention to what you're doing.
Staying in that gun formation, 4 receivers out wide. Grigsby, 7-step drop over the middle. He's open, caught through contact, and it'll be a 1st down and goal. Reception by Noshawn Hampton.
Nice job, because I'll tell you what, that young man had some really good coverage on him. Way to look that ball in and concentrate.
And Grigsby, he's one of the most complete quarterbacks I think I've seen just off this initial first drive. He is no problem letting the ball fly. Oh, and we apologize for the profanity from the Herbert Hoover crowd, but they'll wave that one incomplete after contact. I guess he didn't survive the ground.
After an expression of bovine excrement, we're moving the ball back.
As we'll look back at this replay here through the contact. Ball was right where it needed to be. And he bobbled it a little bit, but I'm not sure if it hit the ground.
Well, obviously they're closer to it than we are.
And that ref had a pretty good view right there by the goalpost, so hard to argue with him. 2nd down and 10. It's a little bit of booze rained down from the Husky faithful.
Brings up a 2nd and 10.
Winfield looking to show blitz here, 8 in the box. Be quick hitch, and that one is dropped by Noshawn Hampton, no doubt about that one.
And the defense of Winfield is playing there, you know, with the 3 down linemen and the linebackers, 3-4, you want to call it 3-5. That can cause problems for offensive linemen because those guys are off the ball 5 yards, and if they slant and can out-quick them sometimes, you know, you got to really pay attention to what you're doing with them lining up like that.
Bunch trips right. Hoover rolling right. Grigsby looking up, step up. We're going to let one go. High ball right where it needs to be, and it's caught. Touchdown, Herbert Hoover. And one of the best throws you're going to see all day. Sam Key.
Sam's going to get a date tonight if he keeps playing this well.
And could not have placed it better. Fading away, crossbody across the field.
Yeah, that was just a pure athletic play right there.
And when you get Sam Key matched up on by Brock Grazzini, he's a talented linebacker, but he's not going to be able to keep up with the speed on that receiver.
Nice hands.
The extra point from number 40, that is Alwyn Kemp. He will knock down the extra point, so we are all square at 7. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it'll be Winfield General ball. We'll be right back.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Are things in your home not working the way they should? Air conditioner no longer cooling? No hot water? How about that annoying dripping faucet that just won't stop dripping? Remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has been serving the area for more than 60 years. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has the most professional technicians standing by to address all of your needs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Call us today and schedule your in-home service or schedule online at mullenplumbing.com.
And we're back here for more first quarter action. We are all square at 7 apiece. 2 offensive first drives with extraordinary plays, both resulting in 20-plus yard passing touchdowns. So this will be a low roller to Aiden Tate to pick it up. And he'll be brought down from a pile with a flag coming in late, landing at about the 32.
No doubt, blocking the back. It's what it always is.
Well, Whitecap made the call, so this one should be pretty quick in getting back to us.
There you go.
Maybe. There's a couple officials still talking it over. As we see on the sideline there, the coach for Herbert Hoover Fields. Be a chop block on Winfield.
Well, they've really gotten to where they enforce that rule, which is great for the player's safety. That's not a lot of fun getting hit in the legs down there like that.
Nah, I couldn't agree more. It'll be a first down and 10 for Winfield. Not hurt too bad by the penalty. They'll be at their own 24. And that was wrong on my part. They'll be about at their own 14, I believe. Mark at the 16. So a long field for Winfield to go, but they had no problem last time scoring on about 5 plays in a minute and 13 seconds. Hoover scored fairly quick as well, as there's 7:45 left here in the first quarter. Miller, the keeper, shovel pass underneath. It's intercepted! Hoover, number 11. He has a chance to take it all the way home. Breaks through one, and it's a touchdown, Herbert Hoover. Number 11.
Jay Sean Walker.
The big fella, the defensive end, 6 foot, 215 pounds, rumbling, stumbling his way home.
Deshaun Walker.
And disaster for Winfield. Chop block, pick 6.
I think some old coach a little while ago was talking to you about turnovers and penalties. Guess what?
Turnover after a penalty.
There you go. They got the double whammy that time.
So we'll go right back to Alwyn Kumpf. Up and good. He looks to be automatic from the extra point territory. As now this Hoover crowd has a lot riding in its system. They're feeling great.
Yep, and I'll tell you what, that's another thing that I love to talk about. You know, I've done games up here all year. Great support from the community of this place here. They love their football, and they love all getting together and supporting the kids. It's really impressive. Not to mention an impeccable facility. Wow.
Now let's place Coach Goebel back on that green and white sideline. You just see that happen to your team, and where you're already the underdog. What are you doing? What are you telling your quarterback?
That's what we talked about earlier. Playoff time, quick change. You got to overcome adversity. What are you going to do about this now? Play in the moment. That's gone. You got to go ahead and put that in the back of your mind. I used to tell my players Fido all the time, which meant forget it, drive on. You got to put that away, because there's nothing you can do about what just happened except get out there and play and execute better and get something done about it. But dwelling on it's not going to do anything for you.
Hernandez's first kickoff went out of bounds. Second one was a little dribbler that landed at about the 25. This one going to be another one of them. Picked up at about the 25-yard line by that second row of Winfield Generals and brought down near the 36-yard line.
Good coverage by the kicking team, especially when you're kicking those squigglies like that. You don't know where they're going to go.
So a lot better field position for the Generals this time. Just 2 plays ago, pick 6 on a shovel pass, which not ideal when that's supposed to be, you know, your guaranteed completion play there. It was completed just to the wrong color jersey, so
yeah.
First and 10.
These guys, I would have been telling them, settle down, just concentrate, execute. Let's do what we can do. Get into this game, get back to the rhythm.
Winfield in a heady set, no receivers. Miller will have a keeper and will fall forward after a gain of about 2.
You know, the thing about both these teams that you notice too, one reason both of them are so good, they're fundamentally sound. They're well coached. You know, they do all the right things. They come off the ball low. They step the right way they're supposed to. They read things. They do things that they're asked to do, and they do it well.
Be a 2nd down and 8.
Signaling in the secret plays. I still went old school. I just use a flip-flop messengers, receivers, have them bring the plays in.
As this one might be blown dead by the coach. And it'll be a timeout by the Generals. So We're going to take a short break with Winfield. When we come back, 14-7 Hoover. You're watching HD Media Game Day. We'll return.
Ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia.
And we're back here after the Winfield timeout. Goes into a 2-receiver set in their first play out of the break. Here's the play to Boggs. Boggs has some room on the right side. One man to shake, and he'll be brought down from behind. Number 19 will get the tackle there, William Shears.
Nice job up front by Tristan Thipin and Jackson Sweeney on that.
Gannon Boggs wasn't a almost 1,000-yard rusher by accident. He's a very, very talented man when he gets the ball in his hands.
He reminds me a lot of his counterpart on the other side of the ball as far as being a running back. They're both similar size, similar skills.
Send one in motion. Winfield underneath the give now. Number 23 will cut it back upfield, and he's brought down fairly quick after a gain of about 1.
Another thing we're talking about, fundamentals and stuff. Both of these teams swarm to the football on defense. And that's not something that you just do. I mean, they work on that. That's implanted in their brain to do that, to get to that ball like that.
So second down and still fairly long after the short give on the motion play. Winfield not risking it with any receivers out. They really want to prove their dominance on the ground today. Boggs cuts it upfield.
Generals lined up in a wing to the left with the tight end to get a lot of strength to the left side of the line that time, trying to get the Hoover defense to obviously shift over where the strength was, but they were trying to run it to the backside. But the backside guys were right there and just cleaned it up, took care of it, didn't give me room to get through there.
So a 3rd and 6 for Winfield. Looks like they're going into a receiver-heavy set as Pierce Warline and Aiden Tate, the top 2 receivers coming to the game, will line up on the left side of the field. They'll put Crago out far to the right. 2 tight end, 3 receiver set. Miller's all alone. Miller rolling right. Clean pocket now facing some pressure. And is caught on the look back across field by Drew Mann. First down, Winfield.
Nicely executed play and a good route underneath there.
We're seeing these quarterbacks be able to flip the field and throw across field. Here's a very, very late flag as there's a coach near the 30-yard line.
I believe this may be on the coach.
As the Whitecaps sprinting over, and they'll wave the flag off because I believe Hoover called a timeout and that ref didn't know it. And that's what it will be, so we'll stay here during this short break by Hoover, and that was a lot of confusion there.
I thought he was going to go timeout. Herbert Hoover, sorry about that.
But they will wave that one off, and Winfield now knocking on the red zone door. Do you think they're going to try and stay on the ground, prove their strength, or go back to that play action look they scored the first time?
Yeah, I think so. Winfield the whole year pretty much has lived and died by the run and sprinkled some play action pass in there. They're not a really big time throwing team.
Do you see Hoover at all? Do you see them bringing more pressure, sending more at Miller?
Yeah, they did. Actually, last play they brought an extra guy off the corner, which caused some problems with them. Yeah. But and once again, those 4 guys up front do such a good job stalemating everything coming off the ball. They can do a lot of stuff.
Boggs will get the give on the outside sweep, and he's brought down by number 1 for Herbert Hoover, Blake Fisher.
And you're talking about well coached once again. There's a lot of teams you don't see like that, especially defensive backs, where they come flying up. When they see the sweep come there, they come up and they mix it up, try to knock the blockers out of the way and get to the football. And that's like I said, that's something you work on every day.
Another
And you can tell they enjoy it. That's the good thing about it. Yeah. They're having fun. They're out there rocking heads.
It'll be a 2nd down and 7 for the Generals. Boggs gets it on another sweep, this time going nowhere, and number 19 on the tackle, and yet again, that cornerback, Blake Fisher, not afraid of that contact.
Well, I'll tell you what, he does it all, doesn't he? I wonder if he mixes the Gatorade at halftime, too.
I don't know, that might be a little beneath him.
I don't know, he's a pretty good team player.
These some very physical corners. They're not scared to come up and make a tackle on a very, very strong Gannon Boggs who's proven his worth.
What's the good thing about Hoover? They run well. That's one thing. They get to the football, they run real well.
So 3rd down and 9 after the loss of 2. This Husky crowd is letting them know. High ball, Miller, he's got a step on him, but it's just one step too far, intended for Aiden Tate or Tyler Lottery.
Nice touch.
Had a step and a half on him.
If he'd just taken a little bit of that oomph off of that, it would have been right in there.
So it looks like they're going to bring out field goal unit to kick this one from the 25-yard line. It's going to be about a 42-yarder, nothing easy. Jackson Alexander, 5'8", 151 junior. It's up, it's low, but will sneak its way through.
Wow.
And they know how to kick in Putnam County. I think we're learning that.
Well, and you know what? Doesn't matter if it's ugly or pretty, it's 3 points.
So it'll only be a 4-point deficit for Winfield, as they are just a little bit lower seated than Hoover. But we'll be right back when Hoover gets the ball. You're watching HD Media Game Day.
Nothing quite like a homemade meal from Tudor's Biscuit World. We use real buttermilk to craft our delicious biscuits, one batch at a time, and serve them with our signature platters. Here, you will taste the freshness in every bite. From our classic breakfast sandwiches to favorites like our breakfast wraps, every meal brings a taste of simpler times. Whether it's tailgating or an office event, let Tudor's do the cooking. Visit tudorscatering.com for all your catering needs.
You tell yourself it's fine, that it'll pass, but injuries take you out of the game. Injuries are inconvenient, but so...
And we're back here for the Winfield Generals kickoff. Alexander, who just made a 42-yarder, will send this one deep. It'll land in the end zone again, and that provides a lot of relief for your defense when you know you can start them on the 20 every time.
Well, and like I was talking about earlier, it's a third of your kicking game, buddy, you know? I mean, a third of your game, obviously. Offense, defense, kicking, and your special teams.
So Hoover, who moved the ball with ease on their last offensive possession. The last time they scored was a 11-yard pick six by number 11, Jay Sean Walker.
And you can watch this game as it unfolds, particularly up front there. These offensive, defensive lines, they are really getting after each other.
And the playoffs just mean a lot more to these players, and it's going to get very physical as the day goes on. Here's an underneath give to number 1, Fisher. Who else? As he'll fight forward and get a first down for Herbert Hoover.
Yep. Tristan Schaefer and Ryan Gandy's doing a well of a job up front there.
Gandy built very well. 6'4", 285 on that left tackle position. He's a force to be reckoned with here.
Yep, that's a little tough on the Gandy grocery bill, I'm sure.
So they'll start at their own 30 now after their first carry goes for about 10. Trips to the right, keeping Lance Williams Jr. in the slot. Here's the underneath give. Broke a tackle, and they're going to get a face mask, so they'll move him forward. And there's 2 flags down. A lot of laundry on the field.
Okay, we have 2 flags. Is that multiple?
I believe so, because that other one came out significantly after that initial face mask.
I'm saying does it have to be 3 flags to be multiple?
Oh, I don't even know. So it's going to move them forward. Looks like the back ref might have just thrown that for... Not sure why he threw it, but it'll be a first down, and 10 from their own 45 after the face mask. Winfield staying in this one high look. 3-4 defensive front 7. Dropping back now, rolling right. Grigsby, back foot throw, caught, hit hard, incomplete, and that was a big hit from Gannon Boggs.
Yeah, and I'm afraid they're going to call targeting on that one.
That was, I mean, it looked shoulder to shoulder to me, but if you get hit that hard, you're going to see some laundry.
And we can take a look at it here.
It's another athletic throw by Grigsby, back foot to the middle, but
hard to call, definitely here.
But I mean, and if that penalty sends him out of the game, I don't believe it will. I think they'll just have to take him out for a play. The Husky faithful are calling for an ejection. That's just a football play. That's, you know, what the kids signed up for, sadly.
Must have been what you said. Must have been with the shoulder, you know.
But that's a big hit, and
yeah,
that's a pass that puts your receivers in danger. So sometimes you got to expect it.
Sure, absolutely. I call that area out there the briar patch. Said tough to go through the briar patch to catch that football, buddy.
Another shotgun look. Twins each side. Underneath give to Fisher on the zone. And he'll be brought down near the 36-yard line. Make it a 2nd down and 6.
Good job up front there by mighty Lopez.
And Lopez touching the ball every play. You know, he's doing his part. He's the anchor of this offensive line. They wait the play call here. Hoover starting to slow things down a little bit. We have 2 minutes left in a very long first quarter. Just to the amount of scoring we've seen so far. Hoover up by 4. Rolling right. This time it's going to be a keeper for Grigsby. Trying to find the edge, and he might get a yard if that. They'll say it'll give him about 2 yards to make it a 3rd and 3. Is a very good job by Winfield, though, to close off that edge.
Pick up 2 yards. Brings up a 3rd and 4 for your Huskies.
Winfield now, I believe, going to stay in this one high set, number 3 lottery, the safety. Warline, one of the starting corners, did a very good game against South Charleston a while ago. Here goes Fisher, though. Fisher has to break through one more, and he's wrapped up well by the corner at about the 21-yard line.
Boy, that young man has some impressive feet. He's quicker than a cat, buddy.
The number 2 for the Generals, Aiden Tate getting the tackle, and if Tate didn't secure him there, I don't think anybody was.
And he has what all good runners do. He just has a good eye for what's going on, and he can get there quicker than anybody else can.
So knocking on the red zone, Herbert Hoover, their offense, yet to even be stalled today. Only 1 3rd down faced. Well, that was their 2nd 3rd down there. Only 2 faced here on their first 2 drives. They scored from this position last time. Dropping back, Grigsby, ball to the corner out, he's wide open, touchdown, Herbert Hoover. Number 6, Lance Williams Jr. with the touchdown reception.
Dangerous combination when those hogs up front, give him time to set his feet and throw that football.
And Grigsby right now has hardly faced an ounce of pressure. Williams is a very talented slot receiver, and when you play cover 0 against this team, you're going to get burnt.
That's exactly right.
And Winfield's going to have to go back to the defensive drawing book and look for some answers, because even though their offense has been firing pretty good, 10 points in the first quarter is no slouch.
Uh-oh. I think we have all sides on Winfield.
So Kampf might get an even closer extra point.
Think they might go for 2?
There's a chance up 10. Not sure what the benefit of being up 12 to up 11 is. I mean, it makes it a guaranteed 3-possession game. Or 2.
I like what it does to you psychologically.
Mm-hmm. You go up 11, it's a 2-point conversion touchdown and a field goal. You go up 12, you got to score 2 touchdowns to get back into the game. So, you know, regardless of any scenario, it's at least a 10-point lead. But they're just going to take probably the penalty on the kickoff.
I would say.
And Kampf will knock through his 3rd extra point of the day. So with a 1:09 remaining, Hoover is up 21-10 in a high-octane offensive battle. We'll be right back with Winfield's last drive of the first quarter. You're watching HD Media Game Day.
Ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades apprenticeship programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
And we're back here after the Herbert Hoover touchdown, the second one through the air for sophomore quarterback Peyton Grigsby, connected with Lance Williams Jr. I'm Brant Wilson, joined by my color analysis coach Bob Goebel, as Hernandez will send this one deep after the penalty on the extra point from the 45. It'll roll low and slow to about the 21, and that is exactly what you want out of a squib kick.
Wow. I'm really impressed. Of course, like I said, I've been calling all these games. They're so good on their special teams. I mean, you look at that coverage on that kick. Everybody was there, swarming.
Once Tate touched the ball, I mean, he got one step off before he was met by about 3 Huskies.
And once again, what a difference that makes when you get them that deep and they have to go all this way to score as opposed to get them around midfield somewhere.
Last time Winfield started inside of their own 20, they threw a pick 6 on play 1. So trying not to repeat that for the drives today. It's been touchdown, pick 6, and field goal. Hoover's had 2 offensive drives, just 2 touchdowns off of those through the air. Winfield no receiver set again. Here's a keeper for Miller as he'll cut it back upfield, get about a gain of 5.
Nice play right there. Winfield coming off the ball, making a little bit happen there.
Brought down by number 5 there for Herbert Hoover.
The Generals have their hands full, though, with that defensive line. Those guys are players.
So 2nd down and 4 for Winfield. Play action look, going to go underneath again. This time it is completed. Made one miss, number 8 for Dalton Myers. So not Dalton Myers, Dylan Paxton for Winfield. He's short of the sticks to make it a 3rd down and 3, and a 3 and out before the quarter ends is not what you want to see. They might just let this one bleed out and draw up a play here for his 3rd and short. Just about 10 seconds left. Look at the play clock. They're lining up here in the I formation. 3, 2.
I believe he was watching the play clock instead of the clock on the scoreboard.
So, despite the confusion, it won't hurt anybody. But at the end of 1, it's a high-scoring affair. Herbert Hoover 21, Winfield 10. We'll be back with some 2nd quarter action. Don't go anywhere.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Are things in your home not working the way they should? Air conditioner no longer cooling? No hot water? How about that annoying dripping faucet that just won't stop dripping? Remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has been serving the area for more than 60 years. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has the most professional technicians standing by to address all of your needs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Call us today and schedule your in-home service or schedule online at mullenplumbing.com.
We're back here for the 2nd quarter of action between the Herbert Hoover Huskies, 7th ranked here in the WVSSAC playoffs for 2025 in AAA, and the 10th seeded Winfield Generals, as Winfield has already scored 10 more points than they did the last time these 2 teams faced off, where it was a 35-0 win for the Huskies in General Country. So this third down play to Gannon Boggs got hit at the line of scrimmage and fought forward for that first down.
First time Winfield had come out of the I formation trying to bang it up in there with a lead back, which obviously worked. Got the defense moved enough to get up in there.
First down and 10 for Winfield after a scary third down on their first series of the drive. So it looks like they'll stay in a heavier set though, no receivers. Hoover keeps a lot of their DBs back there, but they know they can tackle, so they're not too worried. They're going to go for a pass play here, play action. What a throw into a tight window, first down, Winfield.
Nice ball.
11-yard completion.
Brock Graziani on the reception there. Wow.
Wow. First
Nice
time
job.
we've said his name today.
Yeah. Great job by the quarterback sitting back there and staying patient and getting that ball. Of course, obviously, when you get good protection, all that falls into place, doesn't it?
As the tail hit for both teams, not too much pressure on the quarterback, despite the pick six caused by, there's been about 2 plays where you can say the defensive line won that battle. Here's a keeper for Miller on a quarterback draw.
Yeah, you haven't seen too much blitzing from either team, really. They're staying back off the ball a little bit. They don't want to let anything get behind them, and they're essentially letting their defensive linemen get a lot of the work done.
Yeah, second down and 8. And despite too much pressure, I think we've seen number 11, Deshaun Walker, break through that tackle almost every single time. He has been a matchup nightmare for Aiden Douglas on that left side.
Yeah, he's big and he's quick.
So it'll be second down and mark it about 7 from their own 48. One receiver out wide, it's Pierce Warline. Paxton back in the field with Miller. He'll be that lead blocker. Miller falls forward, first down. Generals, or maybe just a little short.
Looks like Winfield's finding a few chinks in the armor here, figuring out where to go with it now.
And usually an offense you see headed by Boggs, it's been really about Jared Miller and his legs.
Absolutely.
So Paxton will come out for number 15, Clayton Kramer. As Paxton was more of that fullback role, he's been a very heavy hitter. He had that lead block on that last play that set up a first down for the Generals. First and 10 inside of Hoover territory, and once they get here, they've been pretty consistent. 1 field goal and a touchdown on the day by this offense. Here's nothing to give to Boggs. This time going absolutely nowhere.
What they were running that time is what we call counter tray, pulling the backside guard, trying to kick the end out and leading it up in the hole with the tackle. What happened, Hoover's defensive lineman slanted inside and got behind the guard, and in the tackle's way made the play behind the line of scrimmage.
Number 11, Deshaun Walker with a tackle for loss. Already adding to his tremendous first half with a pick 6 and a couple of quarterback pressures.
And they move him back and forth. You'll notice he's inside right now. Then a lot of times on passing situations, he'll go out on the end and play.
Second and 10 for the Generals one more time. Paxton here in that tight end slot with man. As looks like it's going to be a delay of game.
Too much time.
And now this is where tempers flare on the player side for Winfield. Well, this is your fault. You're not in the right spot.
Right, and well, ultimately, most of the time it's the coach's fault. I've been at fault of it before. You get wound up what's going on and forget to glance at the clock.
Eddie Smolder is going to have a target on his head from his quarterback. That's what I think it's saying. But it'll be a second down and 15 now. Well, very long scenario. Winfield coming into this game, awful win. Both teams are. Winfield beating Point Pleasant 35-12 last week in their senior night. And Weir falling to Herbert Hoover here at Husky Stadium. But it'll be a timeout by Winfield as the delay game wasn't enough time to figure things out. But we'll take a quick break. 9-10 remaining here in the second quarter. Hoover still up by 11. We'll be right back.
West Virginia is home. It's where we work, live, and raise our families. At the heart of our communities are West Virginia hospitals and their compassionate caregivers. From life-saving treatments and emergency care to wellness support and screening services, we are improving your quality of life through extraordinary achievements and amazing results. West Virginia Hospitals. Your health is the heartbeat of our communities.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer for adventure in uncharted territory, for the moments that move your soul, for living life to the fullest. We offer Land Rover, Jaguar, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz and Audi brands. With free pickup and delivery, Astorg Auto prides itself on having the high...
We're back here after the Generals timeout. They only got one remaining today. So one remaining in the half. There's going to be a Statue of Liberty to Boggs to the left side. It doesn't fool too many players, and you'll only get a gain of about 4. And it's a shame that you have to use that play that early.
Yeah, and once again, I'm so impressed with the Huskies, their pursuit. I mean, you know, they had 4 guys tackling him when he's turning the corner. They got guys that can run. They have a nose for the football. And that's why they're in the situation where they are. They play good defense.
Ty Mullins there will get the tackle as he hawks down Cannon Boggs on that Statue of Liberty. 3rd and 10, back to that original line of scrimmage. These Huskies will start to get loud. Winfield underneath give to the slant, short of the sticks by a lot. And he's brought down by number 19 and number 1, Blake Fisher. William Shears and Fisher have been on a lot of tackles together so far today.
Yeah, they got athletes everywhere, you know.
And having to punt the ball when you're at the Herbert Hoover 41 is a gut punch for Winfield.
I admire any quarterback that can stand back there and throw that ball. I don't know how they do it.
Alexander, their punter, going to send this one deep.
Good time for a fake.
You got to leave it all out on the line here in the playoffs. This one high and spiraling to the left. It's going to bounce out of bounds at about the 11. What a punt.
Yeah. Once again, what we're talking about, field position, they're backed up in the hole again.
So they'll start at their own 11, by far the worst field position Hoover has faced today. They're going to have to drive 89 yards to keep this touchdown streak alive, as they've had the ball twice and put it in the back of the end zones both times with over 20 yards through the air on both of those plays that they scored on.
And as I glance out the window here, what a crowd we have here today supporting the Huskies.
It's hard to see any bleachers right now. It is impressive. Winfield made the drive impressively, but there will be a flag on the play. One thing I am surprised about, encroachment there by Winfield, but no band for the Generals. It looks like they have a section just saved for them. If they would have had the band, it really would have filled everything up there on that away side.
Yeah, I got to think about that. I don't know where they are. Maybe they got the wrong information. They're playing at some other game.
They thought the game was home, so they're just waiting in the crowd for everyone to show up.
Where is everybody?
3 receivers out wide. Here's a
nice
5-yard hitch, and they're going to make number 2 do some work here. Running away from the pressure war line, breaks through one tackle and is finally brought down at midfield. And that's going to be a matchup nightmare for Pierce Warline on the edge.
Here we go.
Sean Hampton.
The laundry's hitting the field out there. Great catch and run by Sean Hampton.
And there's 3 flags, at least I can see on the field. So it looks like we might be playing a JV football game as everyone's going to be ejected. That won't happen yet, though. They're going to bump the play clock up.
This ought to be interesting here.
We'll get the call.
Here we go.
So only 1 penalty against Hoover.
Wow.
So nothing going against the Generals in that whole scuffle. It'll move back their big gain 15 yards to their own 35.
Well, you know, I played at Winfield. We don't do anything wrong. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not biased here. I'm just making a joke.
It'll be first down and 10 for the Hoover. So despite the on-the-field antics, it'll still be a very large first down gain of about 20 yards. So now they wait for the play from the sideline here. 2 receivers to each side, twin set. Another give to Fisher. Fisher running through some pressure and finally met by a lot of Generals, Gannon Boggs.
Trying to run that counter tray again I was talking about earlier. Generals are doing a good job running downhill and disrupting stuff and getting in there on that.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 7 from their own 38-yard line. Hoover having zero problem moving the ball, even with a penalty. They are very comfortable in what they're doing offensively. Look to the sideline there, try to get Winfield to jump. Still in their 3 defensive linemen set. This could be a keeper here on the right side for Grigsby. Grigsby tries to cut up the hole. Grigsby does have a hole. He's to the 40, 30. Nobody's going to catch him. 10 gone. Peyton Grigsby has put Hoover on top by 17.
What a play. Put the fake in there, rode the back, pulled the ball out of there, and he was off to the races. The entire defense for Winfield collapsed on the dive back. Grigsby pulls the ball. He's off to the races.
And I have awful news for anyone else in AAA. He has 2 more years of high school football left.
Yeah, that's another thing that's amazing. He's just a sophomore, you know.
Absolutely incredible. He might not even have his license yet, and he's performing at this level. 3 total touchdowns on the day.
Well, he may need his pilot's license the way he's flying down the field.
The extra point will be up and good. 28-10 for Herbert Hoover. 18 points and a lot of momentum. 6:24 remaining when we come back. It'll be Winfield ball.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Are things in your home not working the way they should? Air conditioner no longer cooling? No hot water? How about that annoying dripping faucet that just won't stop dripping? Remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has been serving the area for more than 60 years. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has the most professional technicians standing by to address all of your needs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Call us today and schedule your in-home service or schedule online at mullenplumbing.com.
And we're back here at Husky Stadium where the Husky faithful have had a phenomenal time in tonight's game. A 50-plus yard rushing touchdown by sophomore quarterback Peyton Grigsby has put them up 18. And for the first time, we've seen Aiden Hernandez just boot one to the back of the end zone. He's been swimming it all day.
Wow. I tell you what, and the thing about it is, and we discussed this earlier too, how are you going to adapt and overcome what's going on? You know, you can't dwell. Winfield just has to do what they can do the best they can do it, and try to get back in this game. And worrying about the scoreboard is not going to help anything. You just got to get out there and execute and make things happen and get on roll a little bit. Try to get back in this game a little bit.
Winfield marched down to the Herbert Hoover 41-yard line before having to punt it away and help in part to a delay of game penalty by the Generals. That put him back 5 extra yards. Looking to the outside, it's fumbled on the ground, still on the ground. Will it be recovered by Winfield? It's still loose. No idea where the ball's ended up. It was popped out initially, and it looks like Winfield somehow recovered that football. Gannon Boggs will get the recovery. And there's some pressure.
The quarterback's down.
Miller still struggling to get up. A very textbook tackle there by number 4, Michael Taylor.
Well, they were swarming that time, and he did. I don't think he really saw him coming.
That was just off the blind side there, just rolling to his right. Couldn't sense the pressure. We're going to take a short break while they look at Miller. We'll be right back here with some Brownlow playoff action.
West Virginia is home. It's where we work, live, and raise our families. At the heart of our communities are West Virginia hospitals and their compassionate caregivers. From life-saving treatments and emergency care to wellness support and screening services, we are improving your quality of life through extraordinary achievements and amazing results. West Virginia Hospitals. Your health is the heartbeat of our communities.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer for adventure in uncharted territory, for the moments that move your soul, for living life to the fullest. We offer Land Rover, Jaguar, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz and Audi brands. With free pickup and delivery, Astorg Auto prides itself on having the highest level of service, and our skilled service technicians and customer service agents are the best in the business. Astorg Auto of Charleston, a tradition of automotive excellence.
Yep.
And we're back here after the injury to Jared Miller. He walked off the field. He jogged off the field, which is a good sign. Maybe just got the wind knocked out of him there by Michael Taylor on the forced fumble. It was recovered by Boggs, so they're staring at a 2nd down and 20 from their own 10 with sophomore Brody Belcher at the helm. They go straight into this wing formation. And ball's on the ground again! This time it looks like it's heading towards Hoover's direction, and play 1 for Belcher might be the last. Herbert Hoover football. Who else but Mighty Lopez?
Mighty!
He's going to be able to recover the ball and then snap the ball right after. What an athlete there.
Yeah, and I know I really like him because his name's cool and everything, but I love watching him play because he loves to play. You can tell, A lot of those kids on both sides, of course, but Mighty likes to get out there and get after it. He's having fun today.
A 28-10 lead, and they're starting on the Winfield General 8-yard line, an offense that hasn't been stopped once today. It is dire times for the Generals here in around one of these playoffs. 3 receivers set, 1 tight end. Play action looking right. Grigsby rolling on the run. Lets one go to the 5-yard line. Caught and brought down near the 2 is number 3, Sam Key.
Sam Key, great job on concentrating, pulling that football in with the pursuit he had right there. And the quarterback laid that ball on the money.
So it'll be number 3 tackling number 3 Lottery.
Hoover's on such a roll now, and it's going to be hard for them to be denied down here. They're willing to punch another one in here.
It's hard to stop Blake Fisher alone. If he was just on this team without a solid quarterback, Hoover would still be dangerous.
Absolutely.
But you throw in Peyton Grigsby, it's almost impossible. Trips to the left. Underneath give, and he is untouched. Blake Fisher touchdown. Herbert Hoover.
Hats off to the offensive line, Herbert Hoover. They are just dishing it out up front.
Almost hopeless on that front 7 for Winfield when they've only had a couple of plays with the tight end in the set. Most of the time it's just the 5 men up there, and they're hardly getting anything in on Fisher or Grigsby. So extra point coming. He's 4 for 4. Alwyn Kampf.
I'm glad you said it. I didn't know if I could.
His extra point number 5 is good for Kampf. So Herbert Hoover already matching their score the last time they played this Winfield team. This time Winfield has 10 more points though. 35-10. We come back. It's Winfield ball. We'll be right back.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Are things in your home not working the way they should? Air conditioner no longer cooling? No hot water? How about that annoying dripping faucet that just won't...
And we're back here after the Herbert Hoover touchdown. They capitalized on short field for the second time today, once with a pick 6, and now with a Blake Fisher rushing touchdown from 3 yards out. Last time we saw Hernandez send one deep. He's been squibbing it all day, but he put it in the end zone. Long run up of about 15 yards. Looks like he's going to try and do it again. This time it lands near the 5, returned by Boggs. Surveying the field now, breaks through one tackle and is brought down near the 23-yard line.
Look at their coverage by the Huskies. I know we keep talking about it, but it's so good to me, and I'm like everybody else. Everybody loves offense and defense, but when you see teams that are so good on their special teams, it's really impressive. And it makes a big difference.
Looks like we have a down player for Winfield. Slow to get up. We're going to take a short break and check back in on him once we're back. We'll be right back.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Are things in your home not working the way they should? Air conditioner no longer cooling? No hot water? How about that annoying dripping faucet that just won't stop dripping? Remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has been serving the area for more than 60 years. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has the most professional technicians standing by to address all of your needs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Call us today and schedule your in-home service or schedule online at mullenplumbing.com.
We're back there. Clayton Kramer did walk off the field with a little bit of help. He's being carried off a little bit, grabbing his right leg.
We certainly hope Clayton, just like anyone who apparently gets injured, will be okay.
So Jared Miller will return. Brody Belcher, looks like his stint at quarterback is over today. One play, one fumble, not the thing you want to see, especially after your starting quarterback goes down. 5:20 remaining. They got to score here.
Well, in his defense, too, that's a tough situation to get thrown into.
On your own 10 against this dominant front seven from Hoover. And here's a lot of pressure. High floated ball is batted around. It's intercepted! Herbert Hoover put an exclamation point on this first half.
I'm telling you what, I think Joey Fields went and saw the witch doctor last night. They are putting a spell on the big green.
Wow. Mullins with the interception on the high screen pass, tipped around. I believe number 51, Mighty Lopez, with the deflection that led to that interception. As we'll look back at this replay. Oh, must have missed it there on my end, but it'll be a 1st and 10 for Hoover. They had 12 men on the field.
Sudden change.
From the Winfield 25. The throw underneath. Number 3 got a lot of room to the left side. One man to run through, and he's brought down by a lottery.
Really nice tackle.
Sam Key has been very good out wide.
He's tough to deal with. Yeah, Hoover has so many different things they can go to, you know. They're not jamming it up the middle on you. You got 4 good receivers. I mean, they're a talented football team. They're so well-rounded everywhere they are. You know, you can go away from their strengths and attack their weaknesses, but not to mention, you know, once again, how consistent they are up front, which makes all the difference in the world.
So 1st down and goal from the 9-yard line. Looks like Winfield's going to use their last time out of the half with 4:45 remaining. We'll be right back for this red zone possession from Herbert Hoover. You're watching HD Media Game Day.
Ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades apprenticeship programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
We're back after the General used their last timeout of the half, up 25 and 9 yards from making it a lot more. The Herbert Hoover Huskies really proved why they're the 7th seed in the playoffs this year.
I never would dream we'd have such an offensive show going on in one half.
Dropping back. Here's an out route. Caught it on the drag, actually, and he's brought down near the 7. So Williams will get another reception. He has a touchdown reception today.
Nice coverage by Tyler Laughley there.
We're going to have the question now looming in the crowd. How long are we going to keep Peyton Grigsby in the game? Because he has done everything and more, and we haven't even played a full 24 minutes of football.
That's when the coaches start asking that question. Do you want to keep him in there, get him some reps, keep him going?
Because they have a big challenge, all things keep going this way for Herbert Hoover. They'll have to play more than likely number 2 Princeton at Princeton, or a surprise game against Hampshire if they come away with that upset. And we're going to go back to a timeout for Herbert Hoover this time on a 2nd and goal. We'll be right back for a red zone possession.
Nothing quite like a homemade meal from Tudor's Biscuit World. We use real buttermilk to craft our delicious biscuits, one batch at a time, and serve them with our signature platters. Here, you will taste the freshness in every bite. From our classic breakfast sandwiches to favorites like our breakfast wraps, every meal brings a taste of simpler times. Whether it's tailgating or an office event, let Tudor's do the cooking. Visit tudorscatering.com for all your catering needs.
You tell yourself it's fine, that it'll pass, but injuries take you out of the game. Injuries are inconvenient, but so is missing the things you love. Real strength isn't pushing through, it's choosing to heal. At Generations Physical Therapy.
We're back here for the second play of this goal line series. 2nd and goal from the 8 for Herbert Hoover. As just a whole lot of everything going on that was wrong for Herbert Hoover on that offensive side. Probably a false start. So about 7 people move away they probably shouldn't have, and one man in motion. There will be a false start on Herbert Hoover. 4:39 remaining here in the first half of play.
I like the times when teams will line up and they'll all jump except for the center.
Mighty Lopez making his stand there with the ball, not letting the ball go.
Yeah.
So now a 2nd and goal from the 12. Man in motion now trips to the left. Number 3 in the slot. Going to look for that corner route. He's got him open. Williams diving and cannot secure the ball. He had Warline beat.
It looks like the same route they ran down on the 10-yard line there earlier where he was going to catch it on the 10-yard line.
So 3rd down and a long goal for Herbert Hoover, and what could be a final dagger into this Winfield team. As you see the cheerleaders over there trying to hype up the crowd. Not too much luck for the Big Green.
Yeah, a little quiet over there.
It's a little quiet over on the Husky crowd, and that's something that we haven't really got to say at all today. They've starting to get a lot very comfortable with the lead they have.
We're all waiting with bated breath to see what they're going to do here.
So 5 seconds left on the play clock. Got to get to the ball. 4:34 remaining. Twins to each side. Here's a throw onto the wheel route. Oh, he tried to one-hand it and get fancy. Blake Fisher couldn't secure that one from Grigsby.
They're going to give Carson Samples an inferiority complex over there to keep throwing that out against that same kid. What are they doing that to me for, man? You know, he's a good player.
It's 4:30 now, and
he's proven that.
Looks like Coach Fields doesn't want field goals. He's all about touchdowns. 4th down and 13. Goal to go. Maybe try to get him a jump a little bit. They have 1 timeout left, and they're going to burn it. So we've seen 3 timeouts within 3 plays. As sure, our producer's getting their fill of ads. We'll take 1 more. That's our last timeout of the first half. We'll be right back.
You ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia. where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia.
And we're back here. 4th down and 13, goal to go for Hoover. 4 receiver set one more time out of the gun, 2 to each side. Gonna have Sam Key in the slot, send him in motion now. 3 out wide. Grigsby looking, has some pressure, steps up. Now he's looking to take off to the 10, gonna dive, does not get it. He's stopped at the 1. So a goal line stand for Winfield, as we might have to sit through a full 3rd quarter of stopped clock with that one.
Well, you never know.
Never over till it's over. We saw St. Albans pull a little bit of a comeback when they played Hurricane about 2 months ago. It was a 0-5 matchup for the ages.
We've had so many stops now during this period right here that Hoover's band over there looks like they're about ready to go back over and sit on the bandstand instead of coming out for halftime. They're going, come on, man.
So at their own 2, they got 98 yards to find the end zone. It's going to be a give to Boggs underneath. Going to cut through 1, get back to about the 5, fight a little further and get to the 7 or 8.
And the infamous Hoover gang of tackling once again.
Yeah, this has been a hard game to call for the defensive side, mainly because there's about 14 Hoover players on every tackle, and there's only 11 on the field. So I'm not sure how they keep getting so many people out there.
Like a Bugs Bunny cartoon, dog pile on the rabbit.
3:56 and ticking now for Winfield. They got to be quick. They don't want to lose all hope and just play the game like it's already over. There's still a chance as Boggs breaks through 1 tackle, shakes another, and he'll have 1st down yardage. So there's a 1st down for Winfield after 3 straight turnovers on defense.
That was that counter tray play again. They're getting it going a little bit better now.
It's definitely not over despite the environment here saying it is.
That's also my favorite running play. So you can get a lot of things done, especially when you're getting lined up there with 2 tight ends and 2 wings.
They go to the wing now. Old school Winfield football, keeper for Miller as he's hit at the line of scrimmage and won't get much farther. Give him about 2 yards.
Number 4, Jared Miller will be quarterback keeper.
Tried to run the ISO there.
So 3rd down and 2nd down with 3 minutes to go now. More clock has been ticked off here in the last 2 minutes than in the last 20 combined, it felt like. As they'll stay without any receivers out onto the field, just going to try and run this football, see if they can break a big play.
Boy, and I'll tell you one thing, we can say what a great day for a football game in November, man.
So it was snowing on Monday and 60 on Wednesday. It's been all over the place, and we got the best of it here on Saturday. So 2nd carry will be a little bit longer to make it a 3rd down and manageable, about 5. One thing I have noticed about this Hoover team, not too many subs on defense. They keep those 11 in, and they do a great job.
Yeah, and most of those guys play offense as well, obviously.
So 3rd down and 5 from their own 18. Already ticked off 2 minutes of game time within these first 2 series. Keeper for Miller. Miller has 1 man to shake, gets 1 through, but he's brought down by his shoestrings. And I don't know if anyone was going to be able to catch Miller if he got going there.
He just about broke loose that time.
And that would have been a huge breath of fresh air for the Winfield Generals if they would have took that one about 80 yards to the house.
Nice tackle on the corner by Shannon Mitchell there.
So 1:50 left now, 1st and 10. Already converted 2 third downs on this drive for Winfield. Miller, this time brought down immediately. Number 11, Jay Sean Walker.
Jay Sean Walker tearing it up out there today. He's got such a good nose for football.
2nd down and 10. They might send a receiver out wide for the first time in a quarter century, it feels like. So they will have 2 to the top of your screen, as might have been an encroachment or a false start. It will be a false start against Aiden Tate.
Last time they threw a pass, Kennedy was president, I believe.
So they'll move back 5 more yards, and penalties and turnovers, the name of losing games. Winfield's been affected by the turnovers the most, but also the penalties. So 5 more yards back. 1:16 remaining. And still rolling down. Here's an out route. There's going to be pass interference on that one. This will be called against number 9, Ty Mullins. Looks like with this penalty, I think it's 15 yards, I believe. So that's going to be a lot of yards. That's a first down for Winfield there on a 5-yard pass that got batted down. We'd like to stay updated on some of the college football games going on today. West Virginia down 10-15 to Arizona State. My Marshall faithful not starting yet. So a little bit of support there of Arizona State on my end with my personal bias. So first down and 10 for Winfield. Staying in a 2-receiver set now. Playing 1 high for Hoover. More to a 2-high look now. Miller looking, surveying, still got pressure, rolling left now. Going to just take off and tuck it and be brought down out of bounds at the 37-yard line. So second down and 7 for Winfield with 1 minute and 1 second left. 61 seconds before we head into our break. Around the land of college football, we see Navy up on number 24 UCF, which is unsuspecting for USF, who is a playoff contender right now. Marshall goes down 0-7 to Georgia State at Georgia State. Not as successful as they were last year for Marshall, and that's not my favorite part about this year being a college student. It's going to be a give underneath. Double reverse, looking to throw now, number 1, Belcher, and Belcher is hit hard. He's going nowhere, and Ty Mullins is making sure their bench knows it.
Ty Mullins is like a little wildcat out there, buddy. He's always flying around and making stuff happen.
So third and long, no timeouts left for either side, 40 seconds and rolling. As long as this clock doesn't stop on this next play, it'll probably be the last action we'll see. Wait for the call from the sideline. 10 seconds left on the play clock. 2 receivers. One, I mean, if you want to let one fly, you might as well. Miller got pressure coming in from Mullins. Mullins with the sack.
There he is.
Who else but Ty Mullins? Back-to-back tackles for loss. That one being a sack.
Elk River Badger right there, buddy. He's everywhere. He gets after it. Wow.
Now this crowd who's been silent, mainly out of boredom for the lack of football we've seen here in the last 10 minutes, will be hyped up heading into the half. The Huskies up 35-10 to Winfield. We'll be back after our halftime intermission.
HD Media Game Day production of Herbert Hoover Football is brought to you in part by Elkview Insurance, committed to providing expert advice and great prices. Generations Ford, one destination for every generation. And by Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, serving Central and Southern West Virginia for more than 60 years.
You tell yourself it's fine, that it'll pass, but injuries take you out of the game. Injuries are inconvenient, but so is missing the things you love. Real strength isn't pushing through, it's choosing to heal. At Generations Physical Therapy, we help you recover with purpose, so you're not just back, you're better. Call today for a free consultation. Your comeback starts now.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Are things in your home not working the way they should? Air conditioner no longer cooling? No hot water? How about that annoying dripping faucet that just won't stop dripping? Remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has been serving the area for more than 60 years. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has the most professional technicians standing by to address all of your needs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Call us today and schedule your in-home service or schedule online at mullenplumbing.com.
There's nothing quite like a homemade meal from Tudor's Biscuit World. We use real buttermilk to craft our delicious biscuits, one batch at a time, and serve them with our signature platters. Here, you will taste the freshness in every bite. From our classic breakfast sandwiches to favorites like our breakfast wraps, every meal brings a taste of simpler times. Whether it's tailgating or an office event, let Tudor's do the cooking. Visit tudorscatering.com for all your catering needs.
West Virginia is home. It's where we work, live, and raise our families. At the heart of our communities are West Virginia hospitals and their compassionate caregivers. From life-saving treatments and emergency care to wellness support and screening services, we are improving your quality of life through extraordinary achievements and amazing results. West Virginia Hospitals. Your health is the heartbeat of our communities.
enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action? Heck yes, that'd be awesome. Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active? Definitely. Want to get back to the student athletes in your community? Obviously, yes. Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in West Virginia. Because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
reluctantly crash at the starting line. Engines pumping in time. The green light.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer for adventure in uncharted territory, for the moments that move your soul, for living life to the fullest. We offer Land Rover, Jaguar, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz and Audi brands. With free pickup and delivery, Astorg Auto prides itself on having the highest level of service, and our skilled service technicians and customer service agents are the best in the business. Astorg Auto of Charleston, a tradition of automotive excellence.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades apprenticeship programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
Are things in your home not working the way they should? Air conditioner no longer cooling? No hot water? How about that annoying dripping faucet that just won't stop dripping? Remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has been serving the area for more than 60 years. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has the most professional technicians standing by to address all of your needs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Call us today and schedule your in-home service or schedule online at mullenplumbing.com.
There's nothing quite like a homemade meal from Tudor's Biscuit World. We use real buttermilk to craft our delicious biscuits, one batch at a time, and serve them with our signature platters. Here, you will taste the freshness in every bite. From our classic breakfast sandwiches to favorites like our breakfast wraps, every meal brings a taste of simpler times. Whether it's tailgating or an office event, let Tudor's do the cooking. Visit tudorscatering.com for all your catering needs.
Herbert Hoover will receive the initial kickoff as the clock has hit triple zeros on the scoreboard, but will more than likely add an extra 3 minutes to add some time to warm up here. Looks like they're keeping number 13 warm for Herbert Hoover. That's, of course, sophomore quarterback Peyton Grigsby, who has had a phenomenal game at over 50 rushing yard touchdown, 2 passing touchdowns over 20 yards, and a plethora of completions that have really made the difference today. He's been that star player that they've needed to show out.
Absolutely. You know, one thing I always think about, Steve Edwards, coach at George Washington High School, good friend of mine. He all of his life, he's always said, players make plays. I mean, whenever things are tough and you're getting down, you got to go to your players that are going to make plays. And so hopefully, you know, maybe Winfield can find a little spark out of something going on.
Winfield.
It's so hard to be in there, like I said, at halftime when you're down 25 points, and it's hard to get them going, you know. Because, you know, I taught school a long time. One thing a lot of people don't realize is those kids aren't stupid. They realize what's going on, you know, and you just got to be honest with them and tell them, you know, this is what we need to do.
So just about an hour and 40 minutes ago, we kicked this one off. Winfield on their initial drive drove it all the way down the field, ended up in the end zone, and made it a 7-0 game. How do you, as a coach, you see that success in the first drive and then immediately fizzles out outside of one field goal drive? How do you approach heading into the second half?
You just have to go with your bread and butter, even if you may not have been too successful with it. But you got to pick out, say, for example, the 6 best plays you have, maybe the 2 or 3 best passing plays you have. Put all that other stuff in the trash can. Do what you do best. That will give you the greatest chance to get something done.
And then Herbert Hoover how long, if all things keep going according to plan for the Huskies, how long do you see Peyton Grigsby staying in the game there at quarterback? Because I can't imagine too much longer.
Well, if it were me, if I was coaching Hoover right now, and I'm not telling Joey Fields what to do because he certainly knows what's going on, but I would, if I'm going to be assured, obviously, of a playoff game as well, I may keep him in one more series, maybe 2 series, and get him out there, all of them. I'd get all of them out there.
There's been a core 22 on Herbert Hoover, probably about 20, as a couple players play both ways, and they've really left their thumbprint on this game. Number 51, Mighty Lopez, that center, we talked about him before the game started, has a fumble recovery, and this offensive line has just showed its strength against Winfield. Not too much pressure breathing down the neck of Grigsby.
The only good thing about a blowout, there's nothing really good for the other team, but if you get a good lead like Hoover does, it's great to get your young guys on the field because they go out there, they do the same thing those starters do every day. They're busting their rear end, they're blocking, they're tackling, or whatever, and they work as hard as those guys do. And it's great to get them on the field and give them a little bit of reward for all the help they've done and all the work they do.
Especially getting to get them on the field during a playoff game. That's something
absolutely.
That some of them, will never forget if they decide to call quits after this year for football. They got to play in a football game against a very solid Winfield team as well.
And success begets success, they can go out there and do well, if things don't change, I look for it to be similar to a JV game by the end of the game.
Winfield will be the team to send this one deep. Starters still in for Hoover, as it is only 25 points. It feels like a lot more, though, due to just Hoover's dominance. Even though they got a goal line stand at the end there, Winfield, it really didn't provide much help there.
Keep in mind this, too, and, it's a crazy game. The ebb and flow of the game can change quickly. And, Winfield might jump on them here and start scoring some points. Might be right back in the hunt. You don't know. Just what I talked about earlier, how are they going to respond now? The coaches ask them, what are we going to do now? You just want to quit and let the other guys go in, or we're going to fight and try to make a game out of us, try to win it. There's plenty of time left. There's an entire half.
Oh, and there it is. It is a sneaky onside kick immediately. It's on the ground still. Recovered by Winfield.
There you go.
Waiting for the signal from the referee. They didn't even run out to their spots for that surprise onside. And that is Winfield General football to start the second half.
Like I said, let's go ahead and start fighting here,
So, without a doubt in my mind, I can confidently say that Coach Eddie Smolder is not giving up yet.
No,
that was an ace in the sleeve.
I guarantee you he won't give up, no matter what.
As we've seen, there's proof this offense can move the ball. They did it once. They've done it twice today, as they put up 10 points so far. And it's 1 second off of the second half total on time and 1 turnover by Herbert Hoover.
Well, that was a surprise for me. I'm up here flapping my jaws, and there they go.
I had blinked, and the ball was in Winfield's hands right after the onside kick. So this could be a lot of pressure on this Herbert Hoover team, who might have came out of the locker room thinking, this one's sealed. Game's over. We're ahead. We got to keep our eyes on Princeton. You can't keep your eyes off Winfield yet. And here goes Jared Miller, but a holding's going to bring this one back, and there's a penalty. 2 penalties down near the same spot, so probably both officials making the same call. And that's just a lot of momentum in Winfield's favor after that. Sucked out immediately by a holding call.
So frustrating. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. You get a good play, gain some yardage there, then bam, they back you up,
The Nathaniel Watson, who will get called with the holding. I'm sorry, not number 55.
And like I like to say now, it's first in a cab ride.
Chase Riggs, who gets the holding call on him.
That's the only time you ever hear about the 4 linemen.
It's a shame. Unless you're Mighty Lopez, and you hear about him in every way. He has been phenomenal today for Herbert Hoover. First down and about 17. Give underneath Miller, if he kept it. And will fall forward to make it a 2nd down and about 13.
They're so well coached up front defensively, which I've talked about several times today. They take on the block so well and read and get to the football.
So they did have a bread and butter play there. Keeper, quarterback Powers on the left side. That led them to a first down. It's just the penalties. Going to have to cut those out if they want any chance here.
Absolutely.
Dropping back, Miller, clean pocket, just a duff of a throw. Didn't even get to Warline. And you saw that one out of the hands that was going to be short.
Yeah, it's amazing how much disruption can mess up your footwork as a quarterback. It's so easy. You just step in the wrong spot, mere inches, it can affect everything on your throw.
So third down, and at halftime that was filled with fan festivities, but nothing to keep the fans around. This place is still packed to the brim on the Herbert Hoover side. They want to see this whole game, and their boys walk away with a playoff win. Miller dropping back. Here's a deep heave to Tate. It's incomplete. Just a little high. Number 2 in coverage. That's no Sean Hampton.
And number 2 trying to catch the ball.
So fourth down. So the surprise punt leads to a 48-second drive and a punt.
Yeah, and a couple times on the deep ball. They've been so close, especially in the first half. They're down there in the end zone trying to put one in there. And he's just missed them by a little bit, but that's enough to make it all screwed up,
Aiden Tate today has proven he's had a lot of plays where he's had 1 or 2 steps on no Sean Hampton. He can get the separation.
Right.
The problem is Miller getting it to him in stride. There's another issue there as number 60 runs out onto the field, Christian Cruz, to make sure the punt will get off smoothly. That is
beautiful.
A dart of a punt.
Wow.
Not a chance of it going out of bounds, but he's making sure no one can return it either.
The young man got a hold of that one.
Player of the game might go to Winfield special teams. Specifically, Jackson Alexander has a 42-yarder today, a punt within the 10, and now a touchback on a kickoff and a punt.
Something I've always liked to ask people, too. I've coached this game all my life, or half of my life. Who determined that it has to be 15 yards back for where you punt from?
You're asking the wrong person. I played tennis through high school, so my credibility on that part is...
Yeah. Well, we're going to punt 15 yards back. Well, why?
It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 20. And it's an immediate throw to that flat that'll pick up a first down and a lot more for number 3, Sam Key. And this is just football I really enjoy to watch. You get a confident quarterback back there. You can just sling it around.
Yeah, and Sam Key, I'll tell you what a vital part of this offense.
It's going to be Key now to the bottom of your screen in between the slot and that receiver out wide. They're going to keep Lance Williams Jr. in the slot. He's had a touchdown reception today.
And it's so hard to defend all these guys,
It's going to be a quick inside zone give to number 1, Fisher. And he'll get about a gain of 6.
Huskies still coming off the football, making things happen in between the tackles.
So Winfield, the front 7 for Winfield, even though it's so hard to stop Blake Fisher, they haven't broken, I wouldn't say. They've bent a lot. It's hard to stop them that much, but they haven't let up too much from them.
And the thing about it, you notice, not very often at all have they been able to run between the tackles against that defense. They're getting stuff on the perimeter and throwing the ball a lot.
So second down, and they'll mark it a 5. They'll go to a 5 wide set. First time we've seen this today. They motioned out Fisher. Rolling right now. Grigsby, here's the throw. Wide open in between the gaps in the zone. And Fisher gets a long reception. First down, Hoover. I could watch Peyton Grigsby throw the football all day.
Great job by him rolling out away from the pressure, too, and putting that ball on the money on the run.
He can run, he can pass, he can do everything this Hoover offense needs and more.
Like Napoleon Dynamite said, he's got skills. Got to have somebody that's got skills.
It'll be twins to each side. They get the defense to jump, but he didn't go into the neutral zone. He's waving his fingers around, letting the crowd know. It might be time for Winfield, once they get the ball in offense, just try and sling that ball. You have talented receivers. They just really haven't got to show it off. Here's the check down to the outside on the 5-yard hitch.
I believe the Huskies are getting a little work done on their passing game here.
It'll be a first down. About 6 yards after the reception there by number 2, no Sean Hampton.
off for a Husky first down.
I wouldn't doubt if they go back to the air right here, just let Grigsby show off his arm. Because they're going to need a lot. If all things go to plan for them, they'll take on Princeton in Princeton. It's going to be a hard matchup.
Definitely will be.
Grigsby surveying. Here's a throw to the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Almost intercepted. A one-handed snag that barely touches the dirt. What a play by number 13 for Winfield, Brock Grazzini. And just snagged it out of the air. Trying to go for the whole shot there in cover 2, but there was nothing going for it.
Great effort.
And there's Winfield showing off some pass defense. It's been a little not present on that side of the front.
It'll be interesting to watch Hoover match up against Princeton if that's the case.
Grigsby goes to his bubble, to the line of scrimmage. Oh, almost intercepted. And now they're faced with a third down from the Winfield 23.
And you know what? Hats off to the Generals so far. They're still playing hard. They want to still win this game. They're trying, you know. And that's the mark of a good football team.
And you got to leave everything out there here in the playoffs, as improbable as it seems. You know, being down to a team you're already expected to lose to in the polls, and still be able to have that effort, forcing a third down where this team has had no problem moving the football through the air. They're going to go right back to it here. 3rd down and 10. And this time it's underneath give to Fisher. Going to try and barrel his way through for a first down. He's close, but he's going to be short of the sticks. And you know Joey Field, what do you think he's going to do here? 4th down and 3.
Oh, he's going for it.
Brings up a 4th down and 3.
Not even a look at his special teams. He wants to keep the offense out here. Put another dagger into the back of Winfield that probably can't take much more.
I think he might see a corner route going to the end zone again here.
Stacked up, twins to each side. And here's a flat to the left side. Caught. Going to have to break a tackle to get to the end zone. And regardless, it's a first down Hoover.
Well, it was almost a corner route to the end zone.
It was the same idea, almost the same result.
Oh, yeah. That's what I meant to say with that one, yeah.
First down and goal from the 3-yard line for the Huskies.
And the clock keeps rolling against the Generals.
As you look to the right side of the field, Warline was almost all alone there. They're playing man coverage now on this one. Fisher's just going to get the handoff, try to barrel through back into the end zone, but 3 Generals get there to make the tackle.
Well, Winfield, once again, they get after you in between the tackles there. They're making it tough sledding for Hoover up in the middle there.
One thing I'm starting to target here, Warline has had a lot of trouble guarding no Sean Hampton today on that outside right.
Absolutely.
And now they're going to give it in. Touchdown, Herbert Hoover. Fisher has found the end zone one more time.
Had a late hit there in the middle of that little scrum there. After the whistle blew, I thought they didn't do anything about it. So.
Maybe the refs are just trying to get home. Just trying to get this one through. It's a dominant drive, a 4th down conversion for Herbert Hoover. And
by the way, let me tell you, if you ever come here and go to a football game, they've got bacon cheeseburgers in this concession stand back here, man. Now, what do you think about that?
I mean, it was great. I got here a little too late. The 64 traffic wasn't doing me any favors, but never heard of bacon at a high school football game. I'm jealous that we're out.
Yeah, well.
We're going to take
if they make you feel better, they tasted real good.
That's great. They'll be up 42-10. We'll take a quick break, Winfield ball, after we come back.
HD Media Game Day production of Herbert Hoover Football is brought to you in part by Elkview Insurance, committed to providing expert advice and great prices. Generations Ford, one destination for every generation. And by Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, serving Central and Southern West Virginia for more than 60 years.
Adventure takes you here, but much of it starts right here in West Virginia, where Toyota has lived alongside hardworking West Virginians for over 25 years, investing over $2 billion in the Buffalo manufacturing plant and bringing in over 2,000 jobs. And that helps fuel the local economy. Thanks for making Toyota the #1 selling brand in West Virginia. See your dealer and start your adventure today. Toyota, let's go places.
And And we are back here after the Herbert Hoover touchdown. Again, Aiden Hernandez will get ready to send this one deep. 7:22 remaining here on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon at Herbert Hoover High School. Just a fantastic facility. It's my first time being here. What an honor it is. This is a high kick from Hernandez, returned by Tate, who tries to find the hole and is met yet again by just so many Huskies.
You happen to enjoy being here at nighttime too, which is fabulous because when the Huskies score, something big happens. They flash all the lights here on the field, like strobe lights. It's awesome to watch.
If you have the chance to get out to a Herbert Hoover football game next season, or if they miraculously get another one here in the playoffs, you got to make that trip up to the hill.
And what a great community, great people here too.
First down and 10 from their own 30. Winfield needs a score terribly. Here's a give to Gannon Boggs, who will fight forward to the gain of 5. So second down and 5 from their own 35. Mullins again on the tackle. He has a forced fumble sack, and just about any other stat you can have on defense, Mullins has it.
Boggs wearing what I call a mushroom helmet for some protection on his head there, which is good if he needs that.
And he gets the ball a lot. He gets downhill, and right there he needed it. Mullins doesn't really care, though, as he gets another tackle. So that was Michael Taylor.
You got number 4 and number 9 on the same side. You're not going anywhere.
I mean, they are just all over the place.
I know, I've said it 100 times, though. They're so good at recognizing formations and what's going to happen where, you know, they do all the homework involved with the football. You know what I'm saying? They don't just say, well, line up, tackle the guy. They pretty much know what's happening.
We'll go back into their heavy set here on a third down, try to get him to jump. No luck on it. Very disciplined by Hoover, not too many penalties. The sweep from the wing back, and Boggs is going to try and fight for the first. He's really close. 3 straight carries for Boggs on this series, and they give it to him.
The young man has some fight in him. I'm really impressed with him.
The junior, he still has one more year left. He's playing like a senior, though. Like, this is his last chance he'll ever get to carry a football in a general uniform. And it's a good sign for Winfield. They're very young, too.
Yeah, you know, obviously they all want to go to the playoffs, you know, stay in the playoffs.
It's going to be a keeper from Miller. This time, absolutely nothing. Mighty Lopez will get the tackle there. And it's, hopefully I get the pleasure of doing another Herbert Hoover game just for that name alone, number 51, Mighty Lopez.
You know what the Winfield players say, no fun with 51.
Good news, though, for Winfield. Not a lot of seniors. Their top 2 receivers, Warline, Tate, and Lottery, all top 3. All juniors. Miller, their quarterback, a junior. Gannon Boggs, a junior. Levi Crago, he's a freshman. He's their 3rd string running back. Carson Samples. It's a lot of juniors, not a lot of seniors. But Miller will keep this one and fall forward.
Coach Smolder and his staff have done a really good job re-energizing the Winfield program, bringing them back to prominence once again. And it's not done overnight. You know, it takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication. Of course, for all the teams, people don't see all the work that goes on in the wintertime in the weight room and the conditioning and all that. You know, just if you're having a regular season just for 10 Fridays and that's it, you know.
The 3rd down and semi-long. They'll say 3rd down and 7. And already a good turnaround. Last year, Winfield finished 4-6, 3-4 in the Cardinals. And they're already back to a 7-3, back to their winning ways very, very quickly. Keeping Winfield at the top of that AAA division.
Coach Smolder does a good job, and he's a great motivator, too.
One high safety look for Hoover. Quick out route to Warline, dropped, and it's way short of the sticks as they really can't even get anything going within 5 yards, let alone past the sticks. It's a hard matchup for Winfield. Their receivers are talented, but these Hoover corners know how to get on them.
That's the thing about it is they're so good in their coverage, you know. The quarterback very rarely today has gone to his first receiver, you know.
He looks to be a timeout on the Winfield side of the ball. We'll wait for the official call from the ref.
Well, and also different coaches coach quarterbacks in different ways. You know, you have like Scott Tinsley, who's at Buffalo now. He gets quarterback when you start practice, he's teaching them how to read defenses and how to throw to a secondary receiver if the first one isn't open. You know, a lot of coaches just what they say tag a receiver. They're just saying, you know, Pro 81, you know, throw it to Johnny. Yeah. So you're only one level. I know Coach Fields does a good job of teaching them to read combo routes and stuff. You can tell that.
We look for some other scores around during this timeout. AAA playoffs. Bridgeport is not going to call it early, but they're only up 56-6 over Pikeview, and it looks like they're going to be moving on to the second round pretty comfortably. Hampshire against Princeton. The winner of this game will play them. Princeton is up 49-0 here in the third quarter.
Who was that they were playing?
Hampshire, Princeton and Hampshire.
Getting beaten like a rented mule.
And we already went through the rest of the scores. Elkins for Spring Valley has not started yet, as that will be their prime time slot here for high school football. Miller, fourth down. Rolling right, one man to beat to get the throw out, and it's incomplete. Warline can't haul it in, or I believe that was intended for Drew Mann, and it's Herbert Hoover football. A lot of drops for this Winfield team today, too.
Yeah, you know, and they're, like I said, the thing about Hoover, you know, anyone could see, my grandmother could even see, you know, the thing about Hoover is the talent they have. It's everywhere. They have a lot of talented players in all parts of the game and all spaces on the field. And of course, that makes all the difference in the world, you know.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 starting in Winfield territory. They still have starting quarterback out there. Peyton Grigsby, I doubt they'll run the ball this drive. Flea flicker, Grigsby rolling left. He's got a man wide open, but it's underthrown, and it'll just hit the dirt. Had everybody full, he was wide open all alone.
Doesn't look like Joey Fields is worrying about running the score up, isn't he?
Just a beautiful play. The whole defense got confused, and the ball just came out a little late and off a back foot, so nothing going.
Excuse me.
The rest around high school football, some single-A schools, all the top seeds right now winning. And a holding call brings back what would have been a big play, even though it was an incompletion, so regardless. Work County with a big upset, though, in single-A over St. Mary's. The 6th seed falls to 11, 19-14. And that's one you really don't expect. In the AA side of things, Bluefield's beating Oak Glen. Frankfort does what they do best, and they win. It's a team that beat Herbert Hoover already this year. They beat them, Williamstown 49-7. And just a bunch of expected victories besides Roane County falling to 11th seed Clay County 44-12. As number 13 will take off one more time. Grigsby getting shifty and gets it back to the 40-yard line to make it a 2nd down and 7 after a 1st and 20. And on the college side of things for the state, West Virginia is down 22-10 to Arizona State University as they are playing down in Arizona. There's a quick bubble screen, no good from Peyton Grigsby.
Nice ball. That thing's on the money.
It'll be a 3rd down now.
Doesn't matter if you don't catch it, though, does it?
Marshall, before this play starts, they're up now 14-7 over Georgia State. Just scored a 5-yard passing touchdown to Lacey from Del Rio Wilson. We'll try and stay updated on college football as this day continues on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon. Grigsby got a man on the wheel route, is caught through traffic. 1st down, number 3, Sam Key. I mean, what do you do if you're Winfield? 1st and 20, and they just convert a piece.
I'll tell you one thing, Sam Key will probably be able to get a free dinner anywhere in this area tonight. Young man's playing well the game.
So it'll be 1st down in the red zone now. South Carolina, who is up 30-10 on Texas A&M, now tied at 30 apiece. 31 actually for Texas A&M, just made the extra point. Here's a bubble screen to the right side. He'll fall forward to the 10. That's no Sean Hampton on the reception. I'm sure a lot of West Virginia fans would like to hear this result. Pittsburgh Pittsburgh down 37-9 to Notre Dame. So College Game Day may have picked the wrong one. 2:56 remaining. It's a 32-point lead still for Hoover. 4 receivers, 3 to the left. It's going to be a keeper for Grigsby, going to power through. Touchdown for the sophomore. And it's now well out of reach. I hate to knock on wood, but
yeah, it's awful quiet on the visitor side.
Not much you can do, really. Camp will take his 7th extra point. He is 6 for 6 on the day.
And now comes also, it did for a lot of teams.
It's good.
Did for a lot of teams last week.
Oh, it hit the post. I thought it went through cleanly, but it's still good for Alvin Kump.
This is the time when all the seniors on Winfield starting to sink in. This is the last time they'll ever play. You know, it's tough. All the years and the fight, and, you know, blood, sweat, tears, everything else you put into it, and then all of a sudden it's gone. You know,
the Winfield ball coming here off the.
The other thing about a lot of people
will stay here.
A lot of people don't think about is football is one of the only games that you cannot play your whole life. You know, you can play tennis, you can play golf, volleyball, I guess, or whatever. But you can't strap it up and go out there and bang when you're 75 years old. You know. And after you play, you know, I played for 27 years. Major league, clear through college, and then a little bit of pro. And, you know, when it's gone, it's just like you lost your best friend. It's over, you know. That's what loving the game so much means, I guess.
It'll be Alwyn Kemp. This is the first time he's been the place kicker for Herbert Hoover today. He's been excellent on extra points. That last one, a little bit of a scare as it hit the post. This one will be high and land near the 25-yard line. Number 30 will get the return. He's brought down.
Look at that coverage. Well, I tell you what, hats off to whoever, like I said, you've heard me brag about it all day. This specialty teams are very impressive. Quick shout out to my little brother up on the lake in Oberlin, Ohio, Craig and his beautiful bride, Carolyn. I want to say hello to you. That may be the most long distance viewer we have today.
There's a good chance. There's a really good chance. The 1st and 10 from their own 33. Listen, back to their heavier set. Give it to Boggs. Will be brought down after a gain of about 2. And Hoover still has their starters out there on defense, and they're just trying to make a statement, really. We're heading for Princeton. We're going to be healthy and show them our strength.
Now, what is the margin for running the clock straight through?
I believe 35 in the 4th. Or whenever the coaches agree upon it. I'm sure it could be less, and the coaches are like, let's just go home. But it's 39 right now, the total margin. Winfield hasn't scored since the 1st quarter. On the run, and he just walks out of bounds, no gain. Looking downfield for number 88, Bryce Taylor. No, sorry, that was for Levi Crago, who's downfield. Had his eyes downfield, just stepped out.
Did you hear who ran him out of bounds?
Mighty Lopez.
Mighty. I'd like to have about 5 of those guys playing up front for you. Wow. Hey, he's not the only one causing trouble up there, though. Those other guys are getting after it real well.
Jay-Sean Walker there on the edge, sometimes coming in from the inside. He's got a pick 6 today. What to put on his stats, sent to a bunch of coaches. Keeper from Miller's going to try and find the right sideline and break free, and he gets a lot more than nothing. He broke through a couple of tackles where I thought he was done for, and he might have got a first on that one. What a fight by junior quarterback Jared Miller.
That's great. He's looking at the scoreboard, and he's just playing as hard as he can. Hats off to that young man.
You got to shut out the scoreboard right now. You just got to play football for your pride, get some points.
Yep.
1st and 10 there after the 3rd down conversion by Jared Miller. Now, wherever Aiden Tate is, the junior receiver, he's been having a lot of success going deep. You might as well chuck him a couple of deep balls. It's been a quarterback issue on this deep one, not a receiver issue. As running through a lot of tackles is Boggs. He'll fall forward after breaking about 3 and get another first down for the Generals.
That young man certainly isn't taking it easy.
That's why he has the mushroom hat, as you said. He is not worried about nothing. They keep Crago out to the side there, receiver, their sole receiver. Paxton in there, the senior. Right beside Mann at that tight end position. Your nickel set looks the same as your heavy set on defense in these midfield situations. That's how you know you're a complete team, because they just tackle so well.
Yes, they do.
Brought down to about the 40-yard line for Miller.
You know, you go back and look at this. Now, I haven't paid a lot of attention, but very rarely is there only one guy tackling somebody. Very rarely. That's just great pursuit. Good coaching.
You're going to bring out more spread set. They have 3 receivers, Warline, Fletcher, and Aiden Tate. Aiden Tate is pressed right now. 1 yard separating him. And no Sean Hampton let him know that game will only go for about 3 yards. They're starting to get a little chippy on the side. To the very bottom of your screen just now appearing. I mean, they were completely out of the play, and No Sean just gave him a little shove, put him on the turf.
Yeah, they about had enough of each other for one day, I do believe.
As Tate will come off the field there after that play. 3rd down and 2.
Sunshine peeking out.
Sunshine and wind, it's starting to pick up here too. Maybe a keeper, Miller. Gonna fight through and pick up another first down.
Great effort by the runner there that time.
That clock will tick away. 49 to 10. As we might have time for one more play here in the 3rd quarter. Definitely won't. So 39 points is the margin. The Huskies doing everything they were supposed to do. When we come back, it'll be the 4th quarter of play for the round 1 of the AAA playoffs. We'll be right back.
Nothing quite like a homemade meal from Tudor's Biscuit World. We use real buttermilk to craft our delicious biscuits, one batch at a time, and serve them with our signature platters. Here, you will taste the freshness in every bite. From our classic breakfast sandwiches to favorites like our breakfast wraps, every meal brings a taste of simpler times. Whether it's tailgating or an office event, let Tudor's do the cooking. Visit tudorscatering.com for all your catering needs.
You tell yourself it's fine, that it'll pass, but injuries take you out of the game. Injuries are inconvenient, but so is missing the things you love. Real strength isn't pushing through, it's choosing to heal. At Generations Physical Therapy, we help you recover with purpose, so you're not just back, you're better. Call today for a free consultation. Your comeback starts now.
And we're back here for the 4th quarter of action. Winfield ball, and they're moving it for the first time since the 1st quarter, as you said, since Kennedy was president. It's been a long day to be a General fan. But they're not going to give up any fight here, despite that large margin.
And I don't believe the Huskies want any more points scored on them either.
Winfield dropping back. Miller with some pressure in his face. Head coach tried to make a one-handed snag there. That's Joey Fields, the intended receiver for Herbert Hoover. As he almost had one, he's letting his players know that he used to have it in high school.
Send word down to Coach Fields. He's got to do some push-ups after the game for missing that catch.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Generals. Herbert Hoover still having all of their starters out there on defense. Look, probably going to go towards the get some reps in for everybody on the starting side of the field, not really focus on that JV, because the JV, their season is over. You got to make sure your players know exactly what to expect, especially playing the 2 seed next week in Princeton. Short game for Jared Miller. So it'll be a 3rd down and 9. They've converted 3 third downs this drive alone. They faced a lot of those today.
Generals in no hurry to get the ball going here.
As we've already got 1 minute ticked off this 4th quarter of play. Not sure if it's running clock on dead balls. It is a 39-point deficit. I'm not sure if it's 35 For the clock keep going. Here's a deep ball intended for number 11, Warline. There's some hand fighting between both. They both hit the turf, and the ball rolls solemnly alone to the back of the end zone with nobody holding it. So it'll be a 4th down from no man's land, really. Too close to punt, too far for a field goal. 4th down and 9 for Winfield. As the clock will keep ticking after the incompletion, so it is mercy rule in effect. Miller, a lot of pressure. Here comes number 4. Won't get the sack. One more coming in. Throw over the middle is, I believe, completed, but they'll say it's not caught there by Dylan Paxton.
Just like the kids.
There's a flag here that might give Winfield a 1st down. If not, it'll be Herbert Hoover football. And number 4, Mikkel Taylor, really got in there quick, as you saw him waving his hands like a madman, heading after Jared Miller. So refs continue to discuss this call over. Winfield's fans still stand there. Only about 75%, maybe 60% capacity on that side since the start of the game. Herbert Hoover, attendance hasn't faltered one bit despite all this almost too much success to stick around for, but they're all here. And you were talking about the bacon cheeseburgers earlier, a fabulous concession stand. Absolutely incredible. And the flag will just be waved off. So Herbert Hoover takes over with 9:54 remaining here in the 4th quarter of play. As we saw Taylor, number 4, coming off the edge, almost got a sack. He just had to let one rip. They didn't even reach it to the sticks if it was caught. So it's a turnover in every way that could happen, even if that ball was caught.
Looks like Coach Fields has the starters on the field.
I think they're going to still, have some trials through the air, see what routes that Grigsby can hit confidently over and over again, get some reps in, make it look good for the stat sheet. As here's another give to Fisher. Cuts it back upfield, breaks through about 3 tackles before he's brought down, gaining close to 4 yards. Now
we got some new faces up front on Winfield's defense too. Substituting now.
Probably going to put in a lot of seniors here, let them get that final quarter of football in before they got to hang it up. As much spite as I had in high school for Winfield's football team, they are phenomenal year in and year out. They had an off year last year, but all 4 years that I had to endure those last games of the season against them, they were not fun. As there's a drop pass and a almost late hit. That one was kind of a bang-bang play, nothing too crazy. Fisher couldn't haul that one in from Grigsby. Hoover's really going to have their work cut out for them next week, though, when they have to take on the Princeton Tigers.
I'll tell you a crazy story. When I was a senior at Winfield High School, Hurricanes track program was just kicking butt, and they had a weight guy named Steve Whaley. I'll tell you after this.
It'll be a 3rd down look. 7 yards to go. Underneath give. First time we've seen number 20 get a carry today. He's their backup running back. That's Devin Silvas.
And Hurricanes weight guys in the shot put and discus would wear everybody out when we go to track meets. So my senior year, I went to Hurricane and practiced with their track team and threw for Winfield. Who's ever heard of that?
Be a 4th down look, and Joey Fields doesn't care about the score. He's going for this. He doesn't want his punter to get 1 rep today. Stack twins at each side. Grigsby out route, bobbled around and incomplete, so Winfield will take back over at the Herbert Hoover 40-yard line. So, in case of the drops there in the 4th quarter by these Herbert Hoover receivers, the ball's been on the money every time.
Well, what's happening, they're starting to relax a little bit. They know they've got things in hand here, and it affects their concentration.
I don't think that that drop will be the straw that breaks any camel's back in terms of them losing this game, but it's a straw on there, not too many of them.
So I started throwing with the guys at Hurricane High School. We go to state track meet, I scratch and come in second. Teach my little sister how to throw the discus the way I learned at Hurricane. She won the state championship.
He'll get underneath the Boggs, trying to fight through, and he's been hitting the holes well. Gets to the second level one more time. He's getting about 7.
Still powering through there. Impressive young man.
So second down and about 4 for the Generals. Hoover keeping everybody out there still, as some of the freshmen on the sideline probably begging coach, we're up 39, let me in the game, come on. Field's probably not having none of it. Gonna be a pass, looking, rolling right, Miller, some pressure now, there's a holding, and that one just thrown away out of harm's way. It'll move him back another 10 yards. As we're already down to the 6-minute 54-second mark here of the fourth quarter. Time flies when you're having fun or the clock doesn't stop.
Like one of my players told me, Coach, one time, I said, what happened down there? He said, out of balance down by the goal line. Okay.
So we'll get the call here from the ref. More than likely going to be a holding as the Generals already start their march back. Not sure what signal that was for, but either way, it'll move them back far. So it'll be a 2nd and 19. It's a 15-yard penalty. Just in the middle of that Herbert Hoover logo at the Husky 49-yard line. Gonna have to go through the air here with Miller on a long second down. Boggs has been doing good.
How far is that? Second down and what?
Cab drive.
That's right.
Miller, clean pocket, gets it to the out route there. Warline's first reception. He'll get a gain of about 4 yards, trying to get fancy.
Good defense by the Huskies.
Hampton has been everywhere on defense today. He's done a very good job containing the pass.
So impressed with the turnout here, and like I always like to say at the end of near the end of our broadcast, say something good about high school sports. This is great for the community, for the kids, for everyone. Come out and support your local teams.
But it's a 3rd down and a little less of a cab drive now. It's still pretty far.
It's bus ride.
15 yards to be exact. Boggs tries to bump one out to the outside. He'll gain about a yard. And
Hoover's defense toughening them up a little bit there.
Hoover obviously not full foot on the gas. They might not be pressing the gas, but they haven't pressed the brake. Their call is just going forward to neutral a little bit. They're still keeping a pressure on.
Playing hard.
4th down. Long way to go still.
Awful quiet on the Winfield side.
Miller scanning the field. There's a holding. Not going to get called. Rolling left, throws it away, and Hoover will now have the football. 5:22 remaining here in the fourth quarter as
maybe the officials won't go home.
I mean, if I can see a hold from there, I'm sure the ref that was 5 yards away can see it too, but there's a holding on every play is what some people say.
Well, that's true. Just got to know how to do it, I guess.
So 1st down and 10 for the Huskies. 2 drops on their last drive caused a 4 and out. Couldn't get anything going. As they put Fisher there in the slot. Not in the slot, just to the bottom of your screen. They'll put number 20, Devin Silvas, at halfback. Clean pocket. Bullets one in there. It's a gain of 8 and a very strong throw from Peyton Grigsby.
Grigsby's accuracy is getting better as it goes along, seems like.
I mean, I haven't really seen him have a miscue today throwing the football. He's strong. He's been aware of his pocket when he needs to get out, knows when he needs to stand in there and deliver a bullet. Right there was a delayed blitz from one of the linebackers that was picked up well by Silvas, but he didn't even flinch at the thought of someone coming. Trips now to the bottom of your screen after the motion. Looking for the quick bubble, and it will be caught. Number 0, trying to make a man miss, and he gets a 1st down and a little bit more. Tackled by about 3 Winfield Generals.
Aiden Hernandez get a little bit of retribution there, snagging that one after a drop there earlier.
Hernandez has been the kickoff starter for this team until the last time they scored. He's put one in the back of the end zone, a very solid squib. The team that squibs, usually I'm like, well, their kicker can't be that good, and he just came out and threw one about 80 yards downfield. So it's a strategy, not a a shortcoming.
Heard that. And the clock keeps rolling.
Third down. Here's another bubble. Might be a double pass, but just went forward. So Fisher will hurdle, get flipped around a little bit, and get a gain of about 7 with 3:43 remaining.
Nice block by Dalton Myers out there.
So clock will continue to tick. This will be one of the fastest quarters of high school football you're going to be able to see, as I don't think anyone on either side is complaining about it either. They wait for the call from the sideline. 2 dink and dunk passes resulting in first downs and a solid chunk there on that one. 2nd down and 4 for Herbert Hoover. 4 receivers out wide. 7-step drop, now rolling left. Sets his feet. Here's a dart to the end zone. Incomplete. He's tripped up. No call. And I get one to go home, but
that one.
number 2, Aiden Tate, got his feet tripped up with Aiden Hernandez there on that play. And maybe the ball is uncatchable in the ref's eyes and it wouldn't have mattered, but that's a little suspect. Be a 3rd down and about 4 yards. And the ref also standing exactly where that ball was going to be, so that doesn't help at all. Here's a first time we've seen a jet sweep, little touch pass to number 2, Sean Hampton. He won't get to the sticks, so it'll be a 4th down, 2:20 remaining. Herbert Hoover just managing the game, trying out some plays. We saw there they haven't ran that all day. Now with 4 receivers out wide, keeping Silvas there in the backfield with them. Now Blake Fisher in the slot, the senior running back. Winfield playing one high look. Dropping back, hesitates, now he's going to take off, try and find the middle of the field. Gets past Boggs, makes one miss one more time, down to the 10, and he'll fall down inside the goal line. He lost his lid. There's a penalty down, and he's going to go grab his helmet.
Wow.
So he's going to have to take 1 play off.
Looks like that got yanked off his head pretty well, didn't it?
So might give him a few extra yards. Looks like number 4 is going to come in. Michael Taylor, he's going to be the quarterback there, but I thought the rule was you lost your helmet, you have to sit out for a play. Maybe all rules are out the window now for that. It's if you're up 39, rules don't apply. So 95 seconds remain here in this contest of the first round of the playoffs. The winner will face Princeton at Princeton. Oh, sorry, Herbert Hoover will face Princeton at the Tigers Field. The Huskies probably just played their last home game of the season here at Husky Stadium, a beautiful venue, and they're sending it off the 25 season on a great note. 3 receivers to the left, 1 tight end. Underneath give, number 1 bounces it inside, and that offensive line led by Mighty Lopez gets Blake Fisher in one more time. So 55-10 with 1:20 remaining.
By the way, one more thing, I would like to thank HD Media and everyone and who's let me come into your homes all these weeks. I've had a blast, and I appreciate everything, especially what the company letting me do the broadcast, and all you people that are listening. Thank you so much.
It's been an honor for both of us to be able to be on this headset on these Friday nights, sometimes Saturdays. And we've got to call some good ones, especially that Jefferson GW game we got to do about a month ago. That one was a barn burner. We're going to take one final break here before we sing Kumbaya. 56-10 when we come back.
Are things in your home not working the way they should? Air conditioner no longer cooling? No hot water? How about that annoying dripping faucet that just won't stop dripping? Remember Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has been serving the area for more than 60 years. Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling has the most professional technicians standing by to address all of your needs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So remember, Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling. Call us today and schedule your in-home service or schedule online at mullenplumbing.com.
Astorg Auto of Charleston is West Virginia's premier luxury auto dealer for adventure in uncharted territory, for the moments that move your soul, for living life to the fullest. We offer Land Rover, Jaguar, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz and Audi brands. With free pickup and delivery, Astorg Auto prides itself on having the highest level of service. and our skilled service technicians and customer service agents are the best in the business. Astorg Auto of Charleston, a tradition of automotive excellence.
And welcome back to Husky Stadium. We got about 80 seconds left before we say goodbye. The Generals down by 46, so
we also forgot to say thank you to our engineer and to our camera guy and everybody else that does all the work.
They keep everything flowing here behind the scenes, and we couldn't be more appreciative of it. It's a lot of hard work that can't be done alone. And here's a kick return chance, number 2. Aiden Tate down to the 50, the 40, one man to beat, the 30. He's got his feet tripped up, 20, 10. Aiden Tate, touchdown Winfield. And the junior. Hold on, everybody. I'm kidding, but a great return.
Don't say there's a flag on the play, please.
And that's just that's a great moment to end the season
Good
off
job.
on
Yeah,
for Winfield.
way to go.
Just shows the fight that this team has.
Exactly
You're
right.
down 46 with a minute left, and you just take off to the races. And great athleticism. He shook off 2 tackles from behind within the red zone, including one right by the pylon.
Oh, he was in high gear, that's for sure.
So it looks like they're going to go for 2 here. I'm not sure the strategy behind it.
I don't think they are either.
So we'll give it to Boggs. Boggs is close, wrapped up. He's got it. Maybe a little short, but the ref could be a general at heart. It'll be good from the 2-point conversion. So 56 to 18 will be more than likely your final score, all things considered. You never know, though. Hoover might be fired up now. They're going to make a stay. We want to score last in this game.
Well, yeah, keep fighting,
Never, ever going to complain for more football and more points being scored.
That's right.
As the Generals were going to still send not Aiden Tate, it'll be number 6, Jackson Alexander. A very good game from Jackson Alexander. Had a punt within the 20, a touchback on a punt where I thought it was going to, go over the hill like Uncle Rico for Napoleon Dynamite. He's going to throw a ball right over the mountains.
Over the mountain, baby.
Jackson Alexander can kick a ball over the mountains, but he's had a very solid day. They're going to bring out Braden Whistler to be the kickoff starter here. He's also a junior. There's been a kicking controversy at Winfield this year. 2 juniors have been going back and forth with who's going to get that starting job. Maybe we'll find out next year. It's an onside. It gets through one more time, but it's out of bounds. Almost got their second converted onside of the day.
Out of balance.
40 seconds left. Hoover will take over. As one likely going to see a full senior lineup come out to the field, get some last snaps in. Or just a younger line, one of the 2. And here's a really good chance here. You got 40 seconds, about 55 yards to go. It's a in-game situation for Grigsby to see what it's like. Game's on the line, a lot of pressure to beat the clock.
They got to start an offense there. They're going to deep snap it and sit down, or are they going to play ball here?
I think they're going to play some ball. I lied. I'm terribly mistaken. It'll be 5 less rushing yards on the day for Peyton Grigsby to cap off a perfect performance by the sophomore quarterback. We said earlier, Herbert Hoover is going to head down to Princeton, and they'll take on the Tigers. The second seed will play. Number 7, Winfield, will end their season at a 7-4 record, much better than their 4-6 finish last year. And a lot to hang their hat on with a young core. And for me, Brant Wilson, my excellent color commentator, Bob Goebel, and the rest of the HD Media crew, we wish you all a good night, everybody.
HD Media Game Day production of Herbert Hoover Football is brought to you in part by Elkview Insurance, committed to providing expert advice and great prices. Generations Ford, one destination for every generation. And by Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, serving Central and Southern West Virginia for more than 60 years.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Are you ready to unlock a future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades apprenticeship programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
West Virginia is home. It's where we work, live, and raise our families. At the heart of our communities are West Virginia hospitals and their compassionate caregivers. From life-saving treatments and emergency care to wellness support and screening services, we are improving your quality of life through extraordinary achievements and amazing results. West Virginia Hospitals. Your health is the